Try iron. Let's go harder. Let's try iron. Those go in a scale. That top row is all harder to less hard. They get increasingly harder or heavier. Alright, the ball goes. But yeah, let's keep talking about Elden Ring. There is a small part of me, so I have what, June? June is the DLC? I don't want to overload people on Elden Ring. But there's a part of me that's like, it would be cool to make a character and leave it at the DLC. Alternatively, when the DLC comes out, I can start a new character and work my way to the DLC. I could also, like, start maybe a week before the DLC comes out, so I hit the DLC when the DLC comes out. Like I feel like that's the three options, pretty much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how I did Bloodborne. I think I had a few summons in Bloodborne, maybe. I could just use the character I got now, too. That is true. But it feels ill-gotten, because it was a co-op run. I feel very good at the ball-pushing game. I feel like I'm becoming better and better at it. I did not do Bloodborne's DLC, and so many people have told me that it's like, that as amazing as Bloodborne is, the DLC is even better. Easily the best part of the game? Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. I do still have the PS4. It's sitting in my old office. Nice. I gotta schedule more YouTube videos. I think I'm only scheduled out through tomorrow. I am back on the uploading stuff to YouTube wagon. Trying to be better about that. No, Fallout New Vegas, you mean? No, I would need to get an Xbox also. I do want to. I do think I will make a sub goal at some point to play Fallout New Vegas. I'll just simply get it working on this computer. Yeah, we saw this spot earlier. It's the Big Egg. If you just search HC Just on YouTube, you'll find it. There's also an HC Just VOD channel, but that shit is dead. I'm just making my main channel a VOD channel where I will occasionally also edit together a video. No, I've never played a Fallout game. Except I played Fallout 3 for maybe 1 day, and I played Fallout 4 for maybe 2 days. Maybe 2 days. Yeah, there should be a exclamation point YouTube command too, I think. I played Skyrim. It's funny, I streamed Skyrim to about like 40 to 80 people watched me stream Skyrim in like 2014. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. This is just gonna keep happening. I need to walk away with this. I did enjoy Skyrim, but like I apparently didn't play Skyrim the way most people do. Where I played Skyrim and I did like no side shit. And not because I wasn't trying to do side shit. I'm just very much like, if a quest log is like, go do this, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go do this. And then I'll get on to something else. And then it'll be like, well, do this now. I'm like, I'm just gonna go do this. And before I knew it, I just beat the main game and I was like, oh, whoops. I beat Skyrim pretty quickly. A Mets game? When? It would be a big win for me. I have to go to New York twice in June. so I do not know if I will want to go up there a third time. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I've got a Mr. Wedding at the start of June, and a Mr. Dillinger Escape Plan original lineup reunion end of June. What are you doing at the Mets? I would like to go to a Mets game. That would be nice. I wish I could just go to New York for like 2 weeks and just be like, yeah, I'll just go end of May and stay in New York. I can't do that though. It's so soothing to push the rock, push big ball. I will say, so I do want to still, I have to do my house organizing today and tomorrow. And there's a couple things I also need from Target. I need some fucking Gorilla Glue. No, it's a set path. I need Gorilla Glue. I need to buy some towels. June 30th, day game of Sunday. Shit. Yeah, I have to, I'm coming up on the 9th. I would love to say I would, but I know I'm not going to want to be doing that drive that close. I'm gluing a bunch of towels together, guys. I'm going to make a mega towel. I'm going to create mega towel. Playing in London on the 9th. Who, the Mets? What are they doing over there? That's freak shit. They're not supposed to get baseball over there. Yeah, they're gonna just have a home run derby. Aiming right at Big Ben. Yep. Oh, God. Oh, I was looking at chat. I almost hit an explosive barrel. What to talk about? Elden Ring was very cool. I'm looking forward to trying to organize the house. So I gave bad examples to Apollo. This room is where all the silly shit is. I do need the bins though. Like, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, shit, if I'm having people come to help me clean the house, like just spices alone will take an entire bin for the kitchen. I don't know what to do with my puzzle on the dining room table. Maybe I'll just tell them ignore the dining room table and please leave the puzzle. I do feel very zen with this game. The Bins, that is a good band name. It's like a 70s punk band name. So, what was I saying? This thing is hard to turn. I could feel where it is a little heavier, I think. Unless it is in my head. Okay. You gotta. So I was saying earlier, for anyone who wasn't here started stream, let me just run a few things by you. My back has been kind of just like perpetually injured since the start of this month. I injured my back on like April 3rd or 4th. My trainer thinks I'll be 3 more weeks until I'm okay. It's more manageable yesterday and today. It's been varying degrees of horrible. But this started right after a subathon. And the house didn't get horrible during the subathon, but it certainly didn't get cleaned very well while I was live for 37 days. And then I immediately hurt my back while I was in Florida taking care of some family stuff. So I just straight up haven't been able to clean my house in what feels like 2 months. It could be worse, but it's pretty bad, and I feel like I need help. I also can't really do anything still with my bad back. Like, I can't do a lot of bending. I can't really do any lifting. So I hired a cleaning company. So it's a cleaning company I had here about 2 years ago when I was trying to get the house together after a pretty bad depression. And when they got here, they were like, hey man, like we could clean certain things, but we don't declutter. And you need to have all this stuff put away and gone before like we ever come back. And they still did some house cleaning, but like they really didn't do a lot. They didn't touch my kitchen countertops because they were covered in appliances and dishes and stuff. They did do my dishes, but that's a waste. I could do the dishes. I have a dishwasher. I want people to clean my floors and cabinets and baseboards and all that kind of shit. This is the next heaviest ball. I don't know if it's called iron, but it's a heavy ball. So yeah, when I had this cleaning company come, there was so much they couldn't do. So now, I called them today, and they have an opening Wednesday morning. So they're coming on Wednesday morning, and which means tomorrow I want to get the house ready for them to come in and do a deep cleaning. I asked for a deep cleaning. It's a little pricey, and it takes all day, but I feel like I need a damn reset on this house, you know? And that'll get me back to a good baseline that I can then maintain moving forward. Yeah, they won't declutter at all. They won't touch any of your personal items pretty much unless it's something to be cleaned. Or if you like specify exactly. But my problem is just, yeah, there's just too much stuff out. The kitchen, I just got to put away spices, and I guess I'll put away some appliances that don't need to be there. I mainly want them to really scrub the floors, counters, cabinets. I want the bathrooms both cleaned well. My guest bathroom isn't bad, so part of this too, and I don't want, you know, this is 100% my own doing. Chris already told me he does not give a fuck what my house looks like. But I figure it's just good timing, because I have Chris and Dave coming to town on Thursday. With Dave staying at a hotel nearby and Chris staying with me. And I would rather the house be nice and clean for that. So the guest room is already good. Guest room already good. I need to make sure I have enough for them to do, but that's where I'm happy I'm getting a deep cleaning. Yeah, absolutely, Geminade. Absolutely. Yeah, straight up for my benefit. But I figured they'll do all the floors in the house. Mopping surfaces like countertop, cabinets. I don't have rugs. I have my one throw rug in the front of the house, and I'm hoping they'll give it a good cleaning. My laundry room is, my thing still, like, my laundry room has so much clutter. So much clutter. And that is just a lot of shit I have to get rid of. But yeah, like, those surfaces haven't really been clean. Not that they're filthy, but it's very dusty. I feel like the house is super dusty. So that'll take care of that. I figured they could also, like, fluff out my couch pillows, give them a good vacuuming. Plenty of cat hair in this house. It's honestly, it's frustrating the more I think about it, because I'm like, the decluttering is the hard part for me typically. I don't mind cleaning. I just physically shouldn't be cleaning. My trainer even straight up told me, he was like, don't, if you feel good enough to clean, don't. Because then you will wake up the next day in more pain and then you're set back. Right now my trainer's got me on a program with him. I'm going to be seeing him twice a week. One session will be purely physical therapy. One session is half physical therapy, half him attacking my problem muscles with a Theragun. We're gonna do that for 3 more weeks, and then we're gonna go back to our normal program. He thinks it'll be 3 weeks to let the back get better. And the program's gonna shift. We're gonna start focusing hard on just the muscles surrounding all of my painful areas to strengthen them to try to prevent this from happening again. And that's pretty much that. I've been eating a bit better the last 3 days. I ate really well during the subathon, and during the back pain all of April, I have just been exclusively getting delivery and fast food, and that's really bad. I wound up putting on like 30 pounds rapidly. I know I could probably take a bunch of that off pretty quickly if I just make the adjustments, but that shit has had me very sad. It's like a tangible gain too. Like I could feel it in my shirts that are tighter. I could feel it in my shorts. I'm like, yeah, no, it was a month of 0 physical activity because of my back. And then eating like shit on top of it because I'm sad. Which is bad. But course correcting now. Me too. It is prohibitively expensive, but I'm always holding the ball. I could try that next time I set it somewhere. Yeah, the trainer is prohibitively expensive. That's one of those when, like, at the end of the year when I was trying to, when I'm going with my tax guy being like, fuck, I don't know where all my money went. I'm like, well, $7,000 went to my trainer. And then suddenly it makes sense that I don't have as much money as I feel like I should. I had a very similar experience, AJG. Where my house, I thought it was so good. But they were like, your house is killing me with how dusty it is. No, like, when was the last time you dusted? And I was like, that's a thing you do? I ain't never fucking dusted. I thought that was like a cartoon thing. A year. And he's given me a hell of a discount too with that. Like, I know it's a price that makes people gasp, but it was actually $6,900 for the year. But that's to see him twice a week. And technically it's supposed to be 1-hour sessions, but like I'm straight up there for 3-4 hours sometimes. And there's a lot of weeks, like when my back was very hurt last week, he had me come in an extra day. And he like doesn't mind me being late. He has straight up told me until I get my home gym going, I could go work out there whenever I want. Like, I have the code to get into his house to use his gym. I wouldn't want to do that unannounced, but that's really nice. For several hours, yeah. Like, he straight up... So I'm also... I think he likes training with me because I'm very easygoing. Like, if there's ever a moment where he's got to, like, change something, I do not care. Like, we've never had an issue with scheduling. But I'm his only person he trains who's not an athlete. And he would yell at me if I said that too, because he considers me an athlete. He's like, you get athletes training. You could compete. You just don't compete. But yeah, everyone else he trains is a competitor or a personal trainer. And I think he likes working with me. It's just a guy who wants to be healthier. I think it's good for him to, like, he's told me straight up, he likes that too because he would love to market himself as a guy who could just help people get healthier. Will it change when the shred shed's operational? I'll just be exercising way more. Like, right now, I should still be exercising 4 days a week. And I only do the 2 with him, sometimes 3 when he tells me to come in an extra day. So I'm a little slow, like 8-week programs take me like 11 weeks. And they shouldn't. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, once the shred shed's done, that's when my programs start moving quicker. And I should see quicker gains. Yeah, 3 to 4 days a week, definitely the sweet spot. I used to see him 3 days a week, but it was like, I think $10,000 a year ago when I was 3 days a week with him. And I was just like, I don't think I could swing that again, man. But that's why I wanted to build the home gym. I was like, let me see you 1 or 2 days a week, and then I'll be on my own other days. Because he's even told me before. He was like, you know, if you want to keep training with me, like, I like training with you. It's cool with me. But, you know, it hits a point sometimes where he's like, you're kind of just paying me to rack your weights for you. You know what you're doing. You know how to do this. And you could just ask for a spotter. You shouldn't be paying me just for a spot and to rack your shit. But on the other hand, like, in these injuries, I feel like he's invaluable. Like, I like that if I go in there and tell him, hey, I feel a little fucked up here today, he'll go, all right, let me adjust your program. Where if I wasn't with him, I might just barrel along with my program into an injury. Like, I know that they have a lot of AI trainers, like apps you could download, and they like help you target the right muscle groups and make sure you have enough downtime, but you can't tell an app that your back feels a little weird today, and it can't make the judgment call of like, well, let me see you do a set. Ooh, yeah, we shouldn't do that. So I really like that a lot of our focus is on safety, especially because I'm older. Like, I'm 39. And I feel like like you just become more injury prone the older you get. Yeah, I think Taffy does use an AI one, yeah. I know a bunch of people who use them. That was a great skip. Unintentional skip. Listen to some damn computer. But yeah, no, I really like my trainer. My ultimate goal would be to be good enough on my own that my trainer can just program for me. Where every few months he charges... Oh, fuck me. Oh, it's the first fuck up I've had. Oh, it's very fucked up too. Ah, you give the finger, that rocks. I had to hit F, I had to see. Ah, thank goodness it gets stuck there. That's not so bad. But yeah, ideally, like, I know my trainer has a lot of people where he just makes their programs for them. Like $150, he'll give you an 8-week program, and that's it. It would be cool to get to that point. I thought I was maybe soft a lot. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Be able to just get my programming from him. A calorie number I'm trying to stick to at the moment, my trainer just wants me at maintenance. And I'm big enough that my maintenance calories are like well over 3,000. I've got my calorie tracker set to 2,800. And I typically don't have a problem hitting that until I like... Honestly, my issue is, I guess, like depression, anxiety, which leads to like bad binge eating. That's a lifelong struggle. And I get a handle on it sometimes, and then it goes loose sometimes, and I get a handle on it again. It's frustrating. But as soon as I start to see results, I have an easy time sticking to it. And as long as nothing horrible happens to me. I would love to do more walking streams. I just hate the giving up my location aspect of it. And also filming other people who might be there. But I do need to get back to daily walks, or at least daily cardio. But my trainer told me none of that for 3 more weeks. Yeah, binge eating is tough. I feel like I become possessed. Like, I could be sitting there telling myself, like, you don't want to do this. Why are you doing this? But I'm still doing it. And I don't like that. It's the one thing in my life where I feel like I'm, like, barely in control. Taffy! What's up? What's up? Oh, I was looking elsewhere, and I almost lost my ball. Thank you, Taffy. We're pushing the ball. We're rambling. I'm rambling about fitness stuff, trying to lose weight, talking about binge eating. Yeah, binge eating has always been my struggle. That's why I have to be really conscious about how many portions of things I have. Like, in my back injury, I've been doing more grocery delivery now. But You know, I'll be like on grocery delivery and be like, well, you know, I haven't had a bag of Doritos in a minute. Oh, Doritos are buy one, get one? Well, I can get 2 bags of Doritos. And then before I know it, I've eaten 2 bags of Doritos like 1 hour later. I just don't have an off switch with that kind of shit. And halfway through it, I'll start feeling sick and just being like, well, nope, gonna keep going. And I could be saying in my head, like, stop it. You don't want to be eating this. This is making you feel ill, but I just keep doing it. It's really frustrating. I feel like I've got a little bit of several, because I do the same thing. You know, and I feel like most people who've struggled with their weight go through at least one point where you're just trying things and they're not good things. Like you think, I'm just gonna eat less. And then you start skipping meals and stuff. I was really bad with that after I moved here and went through like my breakup and all that bullshit. I was really bad about just essentially starving myself. So here's a struggle I have right now.
Brother.
Jack Spot, happy 47 months. This is where I think I should talk to a dietitian. My maintenance weight is crazy. My maintenance calories are crazy high because of my size. It gets even higher when I'm active. But you know, most conventional stuff tells you like, oh, like, you know, 2,000 calories a day. I know that's not the case for me. And I think when I was doing a huge calorie cut 3 years ago, I was just in starvation mode all the time. Because my maintenance is fucking high. And me eating like 1,400 calories a day isn't gonna do anything good for me other than make me feel sick, which isn't good, so I already said that. Yeah, that's like, that would be my biggest thing. I'd be streaming for like 12 hours and be like, oh, I haven't eaten today. I've become better with that. I've become much better with that. And I feel like I just need to equip myself with the tools to not fall into that, which is shit like factor meals. I don't know. I've been doing more fruit. I'm really excited about the Ninja Creamy. I still didn't put the shit in it because I'm a fool, but I found a recipe to make is it sorbet? It's not sherbet, sorbet, I guess. But it's just fruit and water. You blend it up, you pour it in the creamy, you freeze it for 24 hours, you put it in the creamy, you hit the sorbet button, and you're done. Designated lunch break would be big. Although, so ideally, I went live a little earlier today because I wanted to get to Elden Ring with Apollo. The subtext to everything right now, chat, is that I've been awake since midnight. So I am really tired. I'm going to try to push to stay awake until tonight. But when I ended stream yesterday at 5 p.m., I fell asleep by 5:15 p.m. Like, I immediately passed out after that stream. So I woke up at like midnight and I was like, oh no, I slept for like 7.5 hours. I know y'all are coming for me. Yeah. But also, I think it genuinely makes my body sick if I cut too far. Like, at least so like when I use calculators online that they're like enter your weight, enter your percentage body fat, enter your height, enter your age, and it tells you what your maintenance calorie range is. When I plug all those stats in, it's like your maintenance calories are 4,200, cut to 4,100 for like safe weight loss. And I'm like, well, 4,100 is not, I've been under that. It's not going to do it for me. The calculator, I think, just gets crazy once you start putting high numbers in. That's where I would like to talk to an actual dietitian and just be like, hey, let me do that test where you gotta drink pee and breathe into a thing. And then, yeah. Is Dark and Darker ever coming back? I'm not gonna say it isn't. I have no plans to bring it back. I'm kind of waiting to see where the patches go. Personally, I really enjoyed that game as a solo rogue pickpocketing, and they've kind of patched that out. Through a series of patches. I also put like hundreds of hours into the pickpocketing, so I got a little bored of it. But genuinely, a game like Dark and Darker for me, I would play it if I had friends who wanted to play it, but none of my friends want to play it. Maybe a hot patch will hit someday that some of my friends will be down again, but for the time being, it's, yeah. I feel bad, so fucking, was it Mike who pointed this out to me? It was I think it was Mike, but like, oh god. Every Dark and Darker streamer's channel I ever pop into just to be like, I wonder how Dark and Darker's doing. Let me go see who's streaming it. Everyone just fucking hates it. I have not heard a single happy person playing Dark and Darker on a stream in months. Everyone just seems so pissed off at the game. Ah, thank you. I thought they were super fun. Hopefully I'll do other stuff you like too. But yeah, I've been a variety streamer for over a decade now. So I tend to play games for like a month or two and then move on. Oh, there was that one game. There was a game that was a Dark and Darker alike. It was a part of Steam Next Fest. And I had a pretty alright time playing it, but it was like kind of a straight up clone. And I was curious to see how that would go. I can't remember the name of it though, or if anything has happened with it. Dungeon something? Yeah, I can't remember. Dark and Darker. Oh, that's the one. Was that the one where the FPS was absolutely terrible? Maybe? That's a Dungeonborn. That's the one. What happened with Dungeonborn? They keep on putting that out? Oh, for sure. I think a lot of streamers, like genuinely, I have made, and I'm proud of this. Like I feel like I don't give myself too much credit for what I think is being a pretty good streamer. I think I found my niche and I leaned into it, but it was a real conscious part of my streaming career. Once things started to pick up, to not get pigeonholed into a single game. I never wanted, like, I've seen what happens to streamers who become single game streamers, and I was like, I don't want that to be me. And I didn't even want to be like a true variety streamer because I'm not really a big gamer. Like, that's the other funny thing with me. I feel like I'm not, like, throughout my life, I've always played games, but I've always played like very few games. I'm not a single player game guy typically. So, I made real conscious decisions. Like, around the time I got partnered, Minecraft was big for me. And I would stream Minecraft every day, but I would also stream something else every day. And back then it was like Arma Battle Royale. Then PUBG popped off for me. And I played PUBG every day, but I made sure to sprinkle in Gary's Mod and TTT, and Project Winter, Jackbox, Codenames, like all the extra fun group stuff. And I feel like that's kept me, I think that's the reason why I am still doing this full time 10 years later. I think it's the only reason I've survived on Twitch. I could have very easily been like, no, I just need to play Minecraft. I need to lean into Minecraft, and I would have become a Minecraft streamer, and I may have seen more success in the short term, but I think my channel would be dead by now. Same with PUBG, same with like any big game I've played. Yeah, I was a big Arma BR guy. Big Arma BR guy. If you play, honestly, your name is like weirdly familiar. I played that name with a real freak's name. In Arma BR, I was Boy Hunter 90 million. That was my name. And my backstory was that I was a robot sent through time to destroy all the boys. Boy Hunter 90 million. That's fun times. I miss Arma. I seen a lot of people playing that new Arma shit, which as far as I can understand is like Arma 3 but console friendly. And I don't know what the game modes are like or if the modding scene is big on it, but Arma Reforger, yeah, I think I gotta look into that. Arma is one of those games that I feel like I enter the fucking Matrix and I just see ones and zeros and I could shoot every gun accurately. Ah, fair, fair. I really miss that, those original Arma BR days were some of my fondest Twitch memories. But that was a pre-partner for me, pretty much. I was playing Arma BR before I got Twitch partner, which was like 2013. Yeah, I seen Scotch playing Reforger. I gotta ask him about that. I feel so... I love the gunplay in a game like Arma. That's why it bums me out that arcade shooters always seem to be what's in favor, at least NA. Like, North America loves an arcadey shooter. That's why I loved PUBG. PUBG was like similar to Arma gunplay. Like I love a game where it's one shot, one kill if you hit someone in the head. Absolutely love a game where headshots count. And like time to kill, like Arma and PUBG have my favorite time to kill of any shooters I've played. Counter-Strike's another. Counter-Strike has the perfect time to kill. Anything longer than that, I just get frustrated. The fucking PUBG player base is disgusting now. I miss when everyone fucking sucked at that game. I think I only looked as good as I did in that game because everyone was so goddamn bad at it. Yeah, Apex time to kill always bummed me out. Which, Apex is, I think, my favorite, well, my favorite BR will always be PUBG. And like Arma, I roll into that too. The Arma BR. It was made by the same person, anyway. It's both player unknown. I heard about that. But I'm gonna say they're doing a Twitch Rivals too for all the classic PUBG shit, and they're using a classic rule set. But I have no one left at Rivals to ask to join something like that, and I'm assuming they're just gonna pick people who play PUBG. I don't know how that works anymore. But anyway, Fortnite is probably my number 2 BR, which I feel like is crazy. A few years ago, I never thought I would have said that or felt that way. But I think Fortnite is the tightest BR there is. I just wish I liked the gunplay better and the zany shit better. Not that I'm like a serious guy, but I do like a game where I could be like, well, this gun is this gun, so it shoots this way, where, you know, I don't know. I just like real guns in a shooter. I don't know why. Apex would probably be my number 3. As much as the time to kill in that game, I felt like I was just bad at Apex. That's the only reason I dislike it. The time to kill isn't for me, but I think Apex is probably one of the better BRs. I don't enjoy Apex, but I do respect Apex. Alright, this part sucks with the heavy ball. Like, real bad. It's hard to go fast enough to get through this shit. And then when the fan hits it, it just goes. There we go. No, fuck. Oh, I'm so doomed. Please get stuck in the thingy. No, what'd you bounce? Oh, okay. Well, just get stuck in nothing and let me carry you. Okay, cool. Not so bad, not so bad. Yeah, I never played Titanfall. Anyone I've ever heard talk about it, though, it seems very beloved. God, pushing this up against the fans is fucking tough. Yeah, yeah. The shame is, I'm sure something like Apex has earned them, like, infinity times more money than another Titanfall would have. Like, the incentivization to have an always online game with battle passes and cosmetics and all that kind of shit. A live service game. I'm so sick of live service games. That doesn't, I mean, that's a BR, but still, I'm so sick of live service games. I think everyone is. I don't think anyone likes them. No one is happy. I still can't get over, I don't know how much time has passed, but I'll just simply not name it. There was a game I checked out that was like fun enough to play, but it blew my mind that it was a live service game, and like that aspect of it was terrible. And I didn't realize going into it, I thought, I was in my head, I was like, oh, this feels like a pretty solid, like, free-to-play with some premium content. And then I learned that it actually was not a free-to-play, it was just a free beta. And I was like, oh my god. No one's gonna pay $60 for this. Very few people. but that was not a thing I could say out loud. I think I'm very good. I feel like I'm just, this is the stream where I say nice things about myself. This is positive affirmations mountain, where I do feel like I'm a professional. I am very good at playing a game that I do not like and finding nice things to say about it and making sure everyone's happy without lying. Like, I don't lie. I've never lied to chat about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I feel very, very good at that. Very good at finding the right words in a tough situation when there's like a contract on the line, you know? I feel it's one of my greatest skills. I also feel, and this, it always shocks me, like, you know, I know that I am not a clean streamer, but I'm 100% capable of being a clean streamer, if I have to be. I am more than capable of it. And it makes me laugh when people are like, that guy could never do clean. We should do clean night. I think that'd be funny. I'll do a sub goal for clean night where we do a fully clean stream. No swearing, no drug references. Just a PG stream. I think I could, my problem is I think I could do that too easily. No cum. No piss. I mean, chat's just chat. This will be on me, I think. Oh, Sicko's PG. I think Sicko is definitely PG. Make sure it's not on a chat box. Say, yeah, when fucking gay Corey is gonna show up and drain my balls of all its cum. The incredible gay Corey. Only comes out on Jackbox nights. It really has been insane lately. Yeah, brother. I feel like everyone's on a gas leak. Yo, what's up, James? How you doing? Happy 77 months. Thank you, thank you. There is a win for the game. If I had to guess, I think we have like, oh, we have over 10 sections to get through. Any Jackbox this week? Maybe. I did inform Du Bois that I likely cannot jack on Thursday or Friday. So if we're gonna jack, it's gotta be tomorrow or Wednesday. So far, no one in NLSS Discord has commented on the horny pack except Corey, who said, "Isn't it already that?" And you know, he's right. Jong reparations with Chib. I tried to play Jong with Chib on Sunday, but he was ending his stream early, so he couldn't. I'm cruising. It is definitely harder. There's like certain obstacles that the timings are a little different now, and like I can't get past certain things quick enough. And it's like, this is the only one heavier ball. I imagine the even heavier ones are like worse. A lot of it feels samey, but I could definitely feel how it's a little slower. And I feel like it's harder, like left click, right click, when you can kind of steer the ball, is more sluggish for sure. It's harder to get a turn going now, which is pretty rough, because I feel like a lot of the game is doing a strafe walk like this. God, that barely fucking made it. The strafe walking is much slower. Here we go. Go straight here for a bit. I don't know, honestly. I think where they'll be harder is some of them have little drops and ramps, and those drops and ramps are gonna hit harder. I want them to put cosmetics in this game. There should be cosmetics. So everything I've said, I've been rambling this whole push, so I do need to go to Target and get some stuff. So I am on a bit of a time constraint here. It is only 4 o'clock. Target's definitely open till 9 or 10, I think. I just don't want to go like right before closing. I also have the bad back. So there's a part of me that's like, I should do curbside while curbside's open and just have them bring the things to my car. Then again, the other part of me is like, it might feel nice to walk and I have the wagon to like brace myself so it shouldn't hurt. Or it shouldn't hurt as bad. But yeah, I need a couple things. I need towels. I need glue. I need some storage bins. I just feel like standing for like 1 second. This ball, no, it's on the ice, so it's going crazy. We're chilling. Ah, man. Game transfixes your cat. That's very cute. But yeah, I do have to do that eventually. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, because I've been forgetting constantly. I have to send 2 texts, and I don't want to forget. So I'm just going to do it now while I'm thinking about the texts that I need to send. I'll be the text sender. Bear with me for 1 moment, chat. Let's see. I fucking immediately forgot what I was doing, and I remembered again. Okay. Getting there. All right, message 1 sent. Time for message 2. Oh fuck, I didn't pause it, so this is counting on my timer. That makes me sad. I've sent the texts. Yo, what's up, Sin? What's up? Dave, you still here? I can't remember how long Dave is staying for, but one of the texts I was sending was to a mutual friend of ours. When are you here till, Dave? And I can't remember what Dave's shows were too, but JR is actually going to be in New York until Sunday or Monday. Morning of the 6th? That's a Monday, yeah? Oh, the show's sold out. Shit. Did you get a ticket for it? Gotcha. Where was that one in Richmond? I feel like usually I could find people selling tickets for like just face value who can't go. Oh, that's right. I'll take a look. I'll keep an eye out. That's fair. God, this heavier ball is genuinely so much harder. Okay. Hold up. I have to reply to a message. Yeah? The creamy ambusher. I think he was saying earlier he's probably going to be out of commission for like a full day or two after that. I forgot to walk slower too. I have to. It's so much harder. The heavy ball just slides like crazy. I can't even like balance it. It just keeps fucking getting away from me. No. The ice is very hard. This is fucking brutal. I feel like it's slipping more often too than the lighter ball, but maybe that's in my head. My God. Holy. Oh. God damn. Okay. Hi, chat. Yeah, I think the only reason I'm not dying right now is I've been better about breakfasts. And my new breakfast of choice is just rice and egg. I love rice and egg. I did like half committal to what you were talking about, Dave. I fried the egg like most of the way. And then I slammed it into the very hot rice and gave it a crazy stir. And it was extremely good. Mackerel. That sounds nice. You know, I bet little bits of fucking smoked salmon in with that would be so fucking good. I should just be chopping up some lox and putting it in there. Oh man. All right. Now my brain is thinking about having a piece of lox and putting some rice under it, almost like you're making nigiri. That would be so fucking good. I will go nuts. I'm gonna go nuts. Yeah, a little soy sauce and sriracha. I have to get some sriracha. I made a good like gochujang sauce the last time I did a bowl. I do live near a Costco and I've never been. Never been to a Costco in my life. I have to show up and get a little membership. Specifically a little one, a little tiny membership. This is a heavier ball, yeah. I don't think so. It's not familiar to me, Cat. Right? I'm a fake fan. No, I think that's why NL and I get along. I'm not a fan of his. I'm playing. I love Riot. I love Riot. God, we get our fucking Lotte Mart here soon, and I can't wait for that. Yep, that's my full name. 8CJ, not a fan of NL. I like to read that as that's my name. I do genuinely think that that's why Ryan and I got along well when we met, is because I was not a fan of his. Not that I disliked him either, just didn't know him. I think it is, I think pretty much every streamer I know goes through a little bit of, every single streamer I've ever met has the worry that they come across that they are just looking for a career boost. And they worry that when other streamers talk to them that they are just looking for a career boost. I think that's like a pretty common thing to wrestle with. And I've had the good fortune of, whenever I meet other streamers, I pretty much never know who they are. And so I don't, like, treat anyone differently. Not that I would, otherwise, I don't think. But I think it just comes across differently. Well, this sucks. This is bad. Don't make me go back to the ice, please. Thank God. Thank fucking God. I love Yuzu so much. Yuzu is so good. Ooh. Use me for content? What do you mean? It depends what that means. That is true, Dave. But I love you for it. Fair, fair. Pushing my little ball. I'm gonna do a fundraiser sometime soon. I feel like it would be more successful with more people, so I want to wait, but I also got to figure out what exact charity, but I've seen a lot of my friends doing, I think it's Palestine Children's Relief Fund, it's called. But yeah, I want to do a fundraiser. It has been too long. But it was something it's something I would like to do sooner than later. But I would also like to involve as many people as I can. And those two things don't agree with each other. Sooner than later and having to get streamers. I was going to lean very heavily on the Goo Crew for this one. I know they are like-minded with it. I feel like any of them would be down. I gotta try to do anything selfishly, I want to do something to try to turn the noise in my brain down a little bit. Very hopeless feeling situation. It'd be nice to feel like I did anything to try to make it even a morsel better. I wonder if it's going to slide more on this part. I think the answer is yes. I think it slides a little further back. It seems to be the case. He's got ball strats, huh? My ball strat is just not to drop the ball. I think it's a better strat. Has Ghibli beaten it yet? Fucking Ryan came in here yesterday while I was beating it. Jacking off, I mean. But now I was on the credits and he joins chat and said I'm closing the window and left. As far as I know, him and Chip have not beaten it yet. I think me and Jasky are, out of the only people I know playing this game are me, Chipley, Jasky, and Ryan. I don't think anyone else is playing this in my little crew. But I think only me and Jasky have beaten it. Jasky's beaten it multiple times. As have I. I will say, I don't want to fucking finish this right now. It is only 4:20 though. I figure 6 p.m. is probably my cutoff to go to Target and get all my shopping done. Did he? Oh. I keep having these little bouts of nausea come over me, and I hate them. Yeah, this is the Souls-like. 'Like. Each section is a boss. God, Elden Ring was cool. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I had a breakfast and I did eat before I went live. I had like a very small amount of fucking, what's it called? Oh god. Sandwich. My brain. I could always go make another little sandwich. A small amount of sandwich. Yeah, no, I'm good with my water intake, but I do need more water. I have already drank a half gallon today. And then another quarter of another half gallon. I do gotta be drinking more water today though. Yeah. On days I'm with my trainer, it's so easy. I don't know why I just like forget to drink water when I'm home. But if I'm with my trainer, I finish this half gallon like pretty quickly. Or if I go for a walk, I drink this shit quick. God. I'm sitting here being like, why am I so tired? And the answer is because I woke up fucking 16 hours ago. This is the literal time where my body would go back to bed. Awake for 16, sleep for 8. I'm very regular with that. I would like to stay awake until at least like 9 o'clock tonight, maybe 10. I'm okay with waking up at 5 or 6. I feel like that's still a good time to wake up. Yeah, I'm definitely the type. It does kind of suck too whenever I want to do something else. But I wouldn't even really call it a FODdy like, because it's very linear. God. I do feel very good at this game. It makes me feel good that when I see other people stream this game, they don't beat it and they get very mad. And I sit here in my little zen state, pushing ball and smiling sagely. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something cool. It's gone now, though. Whoops. I don't know how I just fucking did this, but I'm pissed off about it. Oh, it's not gonna catch anything. That's so annoying. You wait right there, you prick. Which Steven? Is Suptic playing this? No. Wait, Stefan's been playing? Have they been pushing up the big rock on Go Off Kings? I haven't been to Go Off Kings in like over a week. My ass keeps falling asleep at like 5 o'clock. Snoozing right through the Kings. Stefan's playing the night? Oh, that rocks. I love that.
Funny things about the number 47. Results, it is a Lucas number. It is also a Keith number because its digits appear as successive terms earlier in the series of Lucas numbers. It is the number of trees on 9 unlabeled notes.
Very nice.
47 is a strictly non-palindromic number.
These are good 47 facts. Thank you, Jeff. Also, Jeff, I think I did the thing where I saw your message, but I think I was in the middle of gaming, and I thought I will reply later. I don't think any boys were around. It is apparently just hell week for everyone I know who lives here. I also completely blanked on the fact that I had Dave and Chris get into Richmond on Thursday. I would still love to try to do something though. But I'm also in my scramble of getting the house guest ready. It is a little bit of a nutty week. I would still love to try though. I love bumpy rock. I actually hate this section. This section sucks. I made it through yesterday without hitting a single bomb, and I will try to do the same today. Sorry, I'm just deep in the zone. I zoned out for a second there. I don't know what to talk about. Fucking my brain's empty now. I've been live for like 4 hours. I talked about all the cleaning I gotta do. I talked about other things probably. I got nothing else. I got nothing else. I swear these cannons in the middle are new. These were not here yesterday. 3 major pizza chains, being Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's. Pizza Hut top, Domino's probably middle, Papa John's bottom. That said, I would not eat Pizza Hut or Papa John's or Domino's really. I'm the Domino's hater. I think Pizza Hut's fine. It's not good, but it's like a bad good. Anytime I've had Domino's in the last 5 years, it tastes like cleaning chemicals. Something about that dough just don't taste right. I think the Pizza Hut personal pan pizza is like the perfect fast food pizza item. You're the first person I've ever seen say the words "I like mod pizza." I went to go try a mod pizza because I never had it before, and when I got there, it was permanently closed. And then when I told Chad about it at the time, they were like, "Oh yeah, that place is the worst." I was like, "Oh." I will say the worst pizza I've had since moving here was easily Blaze Pizza. The worst pizza by leaps and bounds. I would say, and I feel like almost any pizza is edible. Even a bad pizza, I'm always like, oh, even a bad pizza's a pizza, not Blaze Pizza. That shit was completely inedible. It was rock hard and it shattered like glass. It was genuinely like a pizza wafer. It was fucked up how bad it was. I couldn't believe I spent money on it. Yeah, it was super fucked up. It was clearly burnt, but you can't burn a thin crust. You burn a thin crust, it's fucked. How much do I have to pay to eat at Blaze Pizza? They would just have to buy the Blaze Pizza. I will just eat it. I don't give a fuck how bad it is. If someone's paying for it, that's my meal for the day. Yeah, let's wait for the hammers. Oh, hell yeah, that rocks. I still gotta get out there sometime. I love a terrible frozen pizza. Any Elio's Pizza enjoyers in the chat? Elio's Pizza is straight up elementary school cafeteria pizza. It even comes in a square. That shit is so fucking bad, but it's so good. You can get a box of Elio's pizzas for like $2. Absolute bottom tier pizza, but I adore it. I absolutely adore it. Yeah, it's a good bad. Elementary round? See, we never had no round pizza in elementary, just the squares. Also, it blows my mind just thinking about this. I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Apollo. Someone in the NLSS crew, though, talked about how their high school had, like, a Burger King in it. And, like, several other restaurants and, like, a Starbucks and shit. And that blows my mind as a guy whose cafeteria in high school was, like, really, really nasty sandwiches. And my standout memory was, my buddy Roki. Biting into a sandwich and there was a very bloody band-aid in it. And then I think he threw his skateboard at the lunch lady, if memory serves. And then he got extremely suspended. He's the most suspended kid I ever met. The last time I ever hung out with him, he broke out of juvenile hall and came to my house to hang out and play chess. And then the cops came and, like, scooped him up. I think this is the last time we spoke. And last I heard, he's doing great. Yeah, he was in juvenile hall for assaulting a cop, if memory serves on that too. But, God, I have memories of, like, I remember there was, I can't remember the cop's name, but there was, like, a very particularly hated cop in my hometown. The guy was just, you know, prick. We all hated him. But he would see my buddy Roke and just be like, all right, empty the pockets. What do you got today? And my buddy would be like, fuck you, pig, make me. And then he would pin him and find drugs on him or a knife or something. He always found something on him. And if I'm not mistaken, he hit that cop with the trucks of his skateboard, and that's what landed him in the juvenile hall. Last I heard, he has a child who is 20 and another who is, I think, 22. But also, like, doing amazing. Like, he earns, like, a six-figure income as a mason. At least that was the last I heard. But yeah, him and his wife had their first kid while we were still in high school. They were seniors and I was in the 8th grade. So that kid was born in 2002 or 2000. No, I was in 8th grade. That kid was born in 2000. So that kid's 24. That's crazy. I'm gonna go die now. Goodbye. I just turn into dust and fade away like an Elden Ring boss. And then you hear the sound, and then you all suddenly have a bunch of, like, runes in your pockets. Genuinely, almost Jib's age. I never met the kid, though, so I don't feel too weird. I do feel, I feel bad, too, because, like, she's very sweet, and I wouldn't want her to feel bad. But my friend's little sister, who eternally in my heart is, like, a very sweet, quirky, like, 15-year-old girl. who I met when I was like, I don't know, somewhere in my 20s. It's my friend's little sister. And I was very protective of her. Like, I had other friends who would be a creep about her little sister because she is very pretty. And I would be the one being like, you're hitting on a 16-year-old. I'm going to kill you. But anyway, I caught up with her around Christmas because she was visiting, their parents live near me, so when they come from New York for family shit, I usually drop in for the family shit too, because I've known her family forever. But it was my first time catching up with her in a long time, and while we're chatting, she was like, oh god, I turn 30 soon, and I was like, shut the fuck up. We're not talking anymore. Conversation over. That one really fucked me up. She's doing great too, though. She's like a professional acupuncturist. I think I did in jest. It was very mean, though. Like real small world shit. She's an acupuncture therapist. And one of my longtime friends is her boss. Because she rents studio space from him, and he's a massage therapist. And like, I would have never, like, they shouldn't know each other. Why is the camera doing this to me? I swear to God, they patched this game and made it harder. It does things like, it swings your camera around now when you take a hit and stuff. Yes. I was trying to keep away from the last names, but I don't think he would care. I should, if anything, it might get him some damn business. Yeah. Believe it or not, one of my 10,000 Daves. When I'm telling stories about Daves and I specify, not our Dave, chat, not our Dave. That's usually one of the Daves I'm talking about. Hello, Tago, that was a big sneeze. And hello, Lorcan, thank you. Yeah, old as fuck, it sucks. It's so nasty. I will say, I'm gonna stop saying my age. Bless you. I'm gonna stop saying my age on Twitch. I know none of y'all are judging me because you're still watching. You're still watching me. Supermarket sim? I do want to get back to the supermarket. I miss it. For like 5 seconds, I read that and I was like, I went grocery shopping the other day. What the fuck? And then I realized what you meant. Genuinely though, like I think, not that I'm trying to like court a young audience, but like there's been at least one person, and like I know this is, you know, I shouldn't let it bother me on any level. I think it's funnier than anything. But I remember, I think it was like 2 years ago. I can't remember what, like I was just life rambling and I mentioned something about getting older and I said my age, and I think at the time I was like, yeah, I'm fucking 37. And like several people just hit the chat with ... And then one person was like, I'm watching a 37-year-old? And I was like, oh fuck. I just broke a lot of people's perception of me. This sucks. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Also, I feel like I get along with people in their late 20s, early 30s more than anyone else because I think they're all as unhinged as I am. I think that's why that happens. Yeah, I do think my chat trend's over 30. And not that anyone has done this, but I'm just gonna get it out there real quick. If you are young, please don't say your age. I say this because, and this has genuinely happened here before, and I think it's a fucking stain on my record for not being more vigilant. But there have absolutely been instances in this chat in the past where people will say like, yeah, I'm only 17. And next thing you know, there's like a fucking 40-year-old in their DMs. So, please, if you are not old enough, just keep it to yourself. If only because I don't want people fucking creeping on you. I think you're all probably fine, but yeah, that's That was one of the more good feeling bans I've ever given a person. And they were really trying to fight it too, because they were like, nothing happened in your chat. I was like, I don't care, get the fuck out of here, you freak. You creep freak. "1,000 years old, let's go." Cat is eternal. I think, and I genuinely mean this, I'm not pandering. Everyone here right now is a good chatter. Not one bad chatter detected. I mean that with my heart. I don't have a huge list of bad chatters in my head, but there's at least 3 people on it. None of y'all are here. Ah, fuck, it's ruined. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I thought it would just be fun to say that as people started talking. Nah, y'all are genuinely good. This chat is the funniest thing that I think happens with Twitch. At least it was the case for me. Bigger chat, easier to manage than a smaller chat. Smaller chats, people get way more parasocial. People feel like a weird ownership over your shit. People don't like new people joining the chat, taking the spotlight away. Bigger chats, so much easier to manage. So much more pleasant. If people are weird, they get just kind of filtered out. Or maybe like lightly bullied. I do feel like we've got like a fairly self-policing chat. Occasionally there'll be someone who I'm like, I can't believe you're still here. But at the same time, I'm not very ban. I'm quick to ban people for bullshit. Low effort trolls, shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Just quick ban, I won't even acknowledge it. But yeah. I haven't had to like ban a real person in a long time, which is nice. Yeah, just DBJ alts. Dr. Taru, happy 11 months, thank you. I haven't had any GTA questions in a minute. I'm actually shocked. I do feel that. I think there's like a bit of a sweet spot. I don't know, like I feel like for me personally, I think I am vibing real well all the way up through 1,000. I think I handle 1,000 viewer chat real well. I think I would handle a huge chat well too, honestly, or as well as I could. The sellout Sunday count as an error? Not in my heart, because it spans several errors in my heart. That's one of those, like, the same way I don't feel like TTT is so much an error, but there are errors of TTT. There's definitely errors of Sellout Sunday. It's crazy to me that early Sellout Sunday, I felt like the joke was kind of there of that I'm really bad at selling out. And I know, at least people told me they liked to watch me on Sellout Sunday because I was so awkward at it. And it was fun for them to watch me squirm. And that was kind of the first iteration of Sellout Sunday. And then the second iteration of Sellout Sunday in my heart was GTA and radio. There were like 2 eras of Sellout Sunday, I feel. And that's the 2 eras right there. I think chats like that, and again, I don't like naming specific people because I feel like a lot of them thrive off the drama. Nothing would make me sadder than being like, fuck, that person farmed a clip of me saying something about them and got like money. You know what I mean? Not that I even like particularly despise that person. I don't really know a whole lot about them. I have found some of their clips funny in the past. I don't like the people they associate with them. That said, I think it's a combination of things. One thing, and I think you see this in any of the legacy massive streams, except for Ryan. I'll get to Ryan in a minute. I think any of the legacy big streams you see, or big streamers on Twitch, came up in a time of Twitch where you were pretty much told never ban anyone. Never be the one saying no. You know? Like, you're trying to keep these viewers, you want these people to be entertained, you can't be a killjoy, you can't tell them you can't say this, you can't say that. You have to let the chat treat you like shit and use slurs and this and that because that's, you know, we're gamers. This is online gaming culture. And I think everyone had that idea in their head that they had to let their chats be like shit. Or maybe not even that they had to let it, that they just didn't give a shit. It was like, oh, all Twitch chats are bad, so I don't have to do anything. What the fuck? So I don't have to do anything to mitigate this. This is not a symptom of me, this is a symptom of Twitch. And I think that's like not true. And I think over time, more and more streamers have come to realize that. It was beautiful to watch Ryan realize that. I don't think he ever had that conscious thought process of, I have to let my chat be bad. But he did have the conscious thought process of, my chat is not what I or my friends want it to be. I'm gonna make changes even if they're not popular. And I think that's like genuinely a bold thing to do as a streamer. Like, Ryan's a big guy. He doesn't have to worry so much. Like, his audience wasn't gonna leave him because he decided to start moderating his chat a little stricter. But, you know, I still respect him immensely for doing that. Since 2018, I think it got much better. Like, I'll tell you straight up, my first few times on the NLSS, a joke that would bother me pretty often because I just knew people, I knew it was just Nazis trying to get away with saying Nazi shit without actually saying Nazi shit. But I would, every single time I was on the show, I would see at least one person say, I wish I could give HC Justin a helicopter ride with a smiley face, which is a reference to Pinochet executing leftists out of a helicopter. I would see that comment frequently. And that's a comment I have not seen in years, so. So that's nice. Pinochet, thank you. Yeah, people can be very gross. They stopped using that one because everyone learned it was like a Nazi dog whistle. So I feel like you don't hear that one as much anymore. Wasn't really a hard one to decipher. That's fair. But yeah. I tend to, it's a combination of reasons why I don't talk about a lot of that shit more. Part of it is because I'm not a political streamer. I feel like if you know me, you know what I'm about. But, I don't make it part of what I do here. I feel like I share shit when I feel like it's important, but part of it is that I gotta be here every day, and because of my politics, I'm mad 24/7. And I try to keep that away from here, because I know there's people in here who are probably also mad often, and this is a place to come to be happy. And it's that for me too. That's like the best way I can explain that. Part of that is I'm also very afraid of people. And I think there is some merit, not to borrow a phrase from right-wingers, I think there is some merit to the idea of hiding your power level, if you've ever heard that phrase. When there are people out there who would like to see you dead. So I like to keep a low profile. You know? Suppressing my chakra, yeah. Yeah, I think it's okay to touch on. But yeah, I wouldn't want, you know... I could sit here and start fucking, like, losing my mind over certain current events, but it wouldn't really help anyone. I would just leave it feeling worse. Everyone else would feel like shit, I bet. And no one would have gained anything. I only want to do that stuff if there's a gain. So, like, charity stream, perfect place for it. There's a tangible gain. Yeah, be careful what you post in these times, for sure. Genuinely. Just want everyone to stay safe. That is my, that's my other thing. And I think this is another thing that streamers don't really, consider until they've been around a certain amount of time, but I think one of my genuine biggest responsibilities is to keep chat safe. And it's not to say that chat's in like any grave danger, but I think that is like a huge part of this job, is making sure your chat is like a safe place for the people who are in it. And that's another reason why I wouldn't want to draw too much heat here, you know? You know what? If everyone thinks I'm just like the weird horny streamer, perfect. Let them just think that. That's better than being on like a leftist kill list, right? Yeah, it's just needed sometimes. Oh no. We saved it. We saved it. I've only ever banned 2 what I would consider not even like massive donors, but just I've only ever banned like 2 regular supporters. One of them was being weirdly demanding and also overly sexual. And where I finally fucking cut him loose was him bragging about hiring cam girls and then reverse PayPal charging them. And I was like, wow, you're a real fucking scumbag. And then he reverse PayPal'd me like $3,000. And it was funny because the way PayPal judged in his favor was that it was a stolen PayPal account, but they shared the name of the original account owner, who, because I'm an internet psycho, I already knew this fact. It was his mother. So it was a guy in his 30s stealing PayPal funds from his mother, which I absolutely made fun of him about. And then he gave me my address and said he was going to kill me. But then I moved like 8 months later and he didn't kill me, so. Yeah, that was a fun one. And then the other one was a guy who still sends me unban requests, which is unnerving because they got banned when they were like 17, and that made sense for a 17-year-old to do something stupid. But that would mean now that they are like 26 and they are still unhinged. And I don't like that. It was funny when I banned them initially. It was because they had made fun of a friend of mine, an IRL friend who was on stream. Said something shitty about her appearance. So I banned him. And then he sent me a message that he was in the Marines and he was going to like get my info and kill me. But then through the power of being an internet psycho again, I found his identity and he was like a 16-year-old. His dad was a military guy, but it was 100% the 16-year-old who was in the chat. He was like a pudgy little kid. I started streaming in 2011, and I got partner in 2014. But yeah, I pretty much, after that, I was just like, hey man, like, you're just some fucking weird dumb kid, go fuck yourself, like, see you later, never unban me, bye. And they will still, like, I'll get like Instagram DMs from burner accounts, like every couple months, being like, hey man, it's blah blah blah, like, please unban me, I really miss watching your streams. And I'm like, dude, you've been banned since 2015. Like 2014 maybe. What the fuck? You've been banned forever. I don't even do any of the same content you've ever seen anymore. But then I'm like, man, if that's someone trolling, that's just like unhinged behavior trolling. Afraid of them as a human. Yeah, like, just let it go. Yeah, for 8 years. I got one recently, like probably a month ago. Just, that's what I always tell people. If they're really, really like picky about it, I'm like, dude, just make an alt. Make an alt and don't tell me who you are. Boom, you're back in chat. Just don't act like a fucking idiot again, you know? Yeah. Can you watch stuff if you're banned? Not anymore. Twitch made a change about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I turned it on because I was like, yeah, if I ban someone, why the fuck should they get to watch me? But I feel bad. It's stupid that I feel bad. You can make the judgment call, chat, if I should fucking feel bad. And if this person signed up for a new account to watch, more power to them. That's fine. But there are someone I had very different political views with, and I could coexist with people I don't agree with. I don't like to sometimes, but I'm capable of it. I'm good at being a chameleon in the real world. But I don't necessarily have to do that here. And the shit they said just made me, yeah, I feel bad because they felt very bad about this, but I was like, you're People like you are why we live in a bad world. And I ban them. And they'll still send unban requests occasionally being like, hey, I just really miss your content. I won't even talk in your chat anymore. Just please unban me so I can watch your stream. And I almost did until one of my mods was like, don't fucking do that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I don't get many unban requests. You could log out and watch, yeah. But you get ads. In every instance, I think it's someone who has Twitch Turbo. And they can't watch the stream on their Twitch Turbo account. So they get ads. My whole thing, I don't know, it's shot like, in maybe not so much in that case, because I don't know how strong that person's convictions really were, but like, fucking, I don't understand why, if you believed in those things, why you would watch me. Wouldn't you hate me? Am I not, like, I don't know. But I don't have a very political stream, so I guess it's easy to just not pay attention to that part of who I am. So maybe they love calves. I also have Twitch Turbo. I think it's the only way to watch Twitch, if you bounce into more streams than just the ones you sub to. But yeah, I don't know. I had one other ban request last year that was someone who was using some pretty bad language, and they were like, hey, I'm sorry I said that shit. I didn't realize that it wasn't cool here. And I was like, man, like, I don't know. I still don't want to unban you, honestly. Solid apology, but still no. Really? It was a pretty weird reckoning in 2016 for me. I was surprised that as much of the people who watched me were right-wingers. And it definitely caused a little bit of a rift, which was hard for me early on too, because my stream was much smaller. It's hard to be like a 50 viewer streamer and then have like 5 of the people in your chat fucking tell you to go fuck yourself. But it was like for the best, right? Aw, that sucks, Meatball Peanuts. I will say, I mean, not that I want to encourage you to like say something, because I don't know what could have happened. That does suck, but I have absolutely, the reason I leave ban requests turned on is because I have absolutely accidentally banned people before, because I was on Twitch mobile and just held my cell phone weird, you know? So I'm like, man, I should leave them appeals on just in case I just fucking misclick one day. Yeah, 2016 was a weird one on Twitch. I still credit Kurt J. Mack. Kurt J. Mack is the reason why I stopped shying away from at least sharing the way I felt about certain things. The guy I was working with closely at the time was very firm with me that I was not to discuss politics because it would only divide an audience, and we had a show that earned money. So you don't want to say something that will make the people giving you money any reason to stop giving you money. And that was kind of the mindset I was being taught on Twitch. And then I saw Kurt tweeting very strong opinions that I agreed with, and I was like, well, fuck, Kurt's a professional. If Kurt can do it, why the fuck can't I do it? And Kurt gave me the courage. I love Kurt. Kurt's a sweetheart. I feel bad that I don't talk to Kurt nearly as often as I should. One of the sweeter people I've met in my life. Someone I do wish I knew more, you know? Hell yeah. I feel like me and Ko had so many good talkie streams back then. Like 2014, 2015, chat and shit with Ko streams were big. That's definitely an era in my head. What's funny is that's like one of my most depressed eras, but still look like a great era. But I think it's good to like glean good out of bad years, you know? A certified Ko lover. I love to hear that. I love Ko. I miss doing stuff with Ko so much. I'm gonna have a subathon for Ko. so that he can quit his day job and start streaming during the day. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna adjust real quick. Fucking back. Sitting here ain't bad, but I'll be sitting here for a little bit, and then like I'll notice how stiff my back feels, and I gotta like just shift my body weight around until it feels normal again. Your YouTube to Twitch streamer pipeline is so strange. So what's funny for me, for anyone who never heard this whole story, I'm gonna push the ball and weave everyone a tale. You're about to get the deep Justin lore, okay? I'm gonna prepare a little bowl for this. I'm gonna do some deep 8C Justin lore for anyone who never heard the full actual story of this. It starts like the tiny little preface to the story. Hold on. My preface to this is that in 2001, I was playing a lot of Dota with a new group of friends. I had a friend, Colin, who was on my Counter-Strike team. And it wasn't a pro team or anything. It was a straight up pub team. For anyone who remembers old Counter-Strike clans, it was a clan of like 80 people. But that's where I met my buddy Colin. Colin also played an MMO called Dark Age of Camelot. And I started to meet his Daok friends, and we would all play shit like Dota. I did. Hold on. We would play in-house Dota. I went on to play WoW with them. But there was a guy in the group who I didn't really get along with, and I eventually banned them from my Discord server. That's so funny. I'm still in Draskell's private server from playing auto chess with him and Apollo. And that's around the time I met Scotch, too. Anyway. So, that's just little backstory. I played games with a group of people I had met when I was 16 years old. And one of them I did not get along with very well, and I banned him from my vent server. And the friend group kind of split a little bit, and I remained friends with the people who were still hanging out with me. Pew is one of them. Y'all see Pew in chat. I've been gaming with Pew since 2001. And he was one of the folks in that group. Cut to 2014. And I am streaming DayZ. And I run into the guy that I had banned from my Ventrilo server. And he recognizes me. And a bunch of people join my chat, and I'm like, oh my god, he's a big streamer? That's kind of crazy. That's when I find out he also had like a super successful cartoon and stuff. But I get a Facebook message. I get a Facebook friend request and message that night saying, hey man, like, I didn't realize you were trying to do this whole Twitch thing. And he gave me a pitch. And the pitch was, I don't know if you're aware of this, but YouTube is huge for making money in the gaming space. There are groups who crank out content that is very easy to produce and fun to produce. And you can get like 12 videos done in a single day and schedule them. And he was like, long story short, you will quit your job and be a millionaire by the end of the year. Just trust me on this and come make videos with me. And I go, Jesus, okay. Shortly after saying yes to this, I quickly learn that they have me confused for my friend Colin. And the whole thing surprised me because I was like, I thought this guy fucking hated me. I did not think this guy liked me one iota. He loved Colin though. And he would tell the group stories about things we did where in my head I'm like, that did not happen. I was not in this story. But then he told the story about Dark Age and I was like, oh, I didn't play Dark Age with them. Colin did. And that's when I realized me and Colin had very similar voices. We made the same jokes. We we had like, it was like, I remember people would make fun of me because they were like, you somehow have an internet accent. You don't sound like a New Yorker. You sound like an internet guy. And your friend sounds just the fuck like you. And I'm like, yeah, it's because we talk on fucking Ventrilo 10 hours a day, you know? Anyway. And that is how I met Ko and Pause. And like most of the folks I know now, that was kind of like my vector point there. Didn't become a millionaire. I don't think anyone in the group went on to like have a successful YouTube channel, like in the wake of it. We did have a show that earned a lot of money, but ultimately was the source of like controversy and a lot of friendships blowing up. But I'm ultimately thankful for those times, because I would have never met Ko. I would have never met Pause. By extension, I would have never met any of the Mindcrack people. Like, I feel like it feels, when I want to beat myself up, I tell myself that I've just been failing upward for like 10 years. And I don't really ever say that. I do feel like I've stumbled my way upward though, without like, right? Yeah, in 2001 from our Ventrilo server. Unbelievable stuff. But yeah, that wasn't why, but you know, I was already streaming at that point. I started streaming in 2011. I had a few main motivators. My main one was that my buddy Stockenborg was streaming. He was writing for a games review blog, I want to say, and like editorial. And he started streaming games as part of that, and that's what, like, I would watch him play Bashi on there. But aside from that, I got really into StarCraft, and I would watch all the StarCraft streamers on Justin TV, and I can't remember the name of it. ESL? No, it wasn't ESL, right? It wasn't ESL? Whatever the big Korean StarCraft league was, I would wake up at like 6 a.m. to watch fucking Tasteless and Artosis cast that shit. That's what brought me to Twitch. And what made me start streaming was that I hated single-player games, but if I was in Ventrilo just shooting the shit with my boys, it was suddenly fun, especially if they could see it. And my first actual stream was because we would play Left 4 Dead every night, me and my Ventrilo friends. GSL, thank you. We would play Left 4 Dead every night, and eventually Left 4 Dead 2. But we would just do in-house. We would do 4v4, random teams, just all in the same voice channel, screaming at each other and taunting each other. It was so fucking fun. Those are easily some of my favorite gaming memories. But we had like too many people one night. I think we had like 10 or 12 people, and you can only have 8 in Left 4 Dead. So I streamed so that the guys who weren't there could still laugh and make fun of everyone else, even though they weren't getting to play. There's still a highlight on my channel from that stream. It was my very first stream. It's like 2 FPS and it sounds fucking horrible and looks horrible. But yeah, that's what made me start streaming. But yeah, I don't remember why I got into the deep lore story. I think maybe something with the mistaken identity is what made me think of it, because that was on my mind the whole time, that I do think they genuinely had me mistaken for someone else. But yeah, just crazy deep lore. So, I'll just keep going. Also, if you hear mowing, I think my neighbor is mowing my lawn right now, which is very nice of them. I have a deal going on with my neighbor where I feel bad because I'm the shit guy on the block, and she gets it. Like, my neighbor's an older Southern woman, and she's very no bullshit. But she was very straight up with me last year, like, you want me to mow your lawn? And I was like, ah, fuck, I'll hire a landscaper or something. I'm so sorry. And she was like, it's whatever. She was like, you know, it looks bad and people will get mad at you, but you know, I have a riding mower. I could just ride over your lawn too. I don't care. And I was like, oh shit. Well, and you know, her whole thing was like, please don't pay a landscaper. Like, give me $20 and let me do that. Don't give a landscaper 100. So I was like, damn, yeah, sure. And she's just been mowing my lawn since. It's usually her boyfriend that's mowing it, and she gets a kick out of making him do it, which I think is very funny. But nah, she's cool. She's a very cool neighbor. But the trade-off is, if she leaves empty gas containers in my driveway, I am to go fill the gas containers, because they're for the riding mower. And the other day, she texted me and said, I was going to leave the containers, but I decided to fill them. And I was like, let me know what I owe you. And she said, nah, you're good. Alright, thank you. Very nice. Yeah, she's the one who helped me with the hot tub. She also, I felt bad. She felt terrible with the concrete slab I got, because it was one of her, one of the people she works with who did it for me, and they did a pretty bad job. And she was super apologetic, and I was like, it is not, I am not one iota upset with you. Like, not even a little tiny bit. And I was like, and also, like, I'm not upset with anyone if they just come by and clean it up. That's it. I just want it to look a little nicer. And they did. So, all's well that ends well, right? I can't believe I'm at the end, by the way. Suddenly I'm here. I feel like I straight up just zoned out the last, like, 8 sections. I don't think I've even been looking at the screen. I'm just, like, muscle memorying it.
Making progress on this stream.
Let's go, let's go. Happy 20 months in a row. Thank you, Noirba. Thank you. Appreciate it. Does ball game have an end? Yup. This is the last section with obstacles. It's clearly an unfinished game, I think, because then there's 2 sections that are just empty. But this is the last section that actually requires any amount of effort. And honestly, it doesn't require much except for one hard part I already did. This part is like medium difficulty, and then the last part is pretty hard, but I feel very confident in doing it. But no, I'm shocked. I didn't think I was going to clear this with the heavier ball today. Once my ball fell one time, I was like, oh, I'm fucked, I'm over. But then I never had another bad fall. I had like 3 decent setbacks that like were never more than 1 or 2 sections. But no big setback. Which is great. Yeah, this part's not very hard. Yeah, you could walk on the yellow, but the ball can't be on it. Yeah, I only had one bad drop where it fell off the side and then I went back like 2 sections. But only 2 sections is kind of crazy. Like, usually when you fall off the side, you fall back like... God, my first playthrough of this, we had one fall back. It fell for 2 minutes. I went back like 12 sections. This is getting a little fucking dicey. It is getting away from me. Ah, fuck. Alright, so that is where the,
Justin been watching for almost 10 months.
that is where the heavier ball is not good.
Just want to say you're a cool dude.
Aw,
Sorry
thank
I
you.
buzzed.
Nah, you're good, Lorcan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, he's gonna throw my ball. Wait, no, he can't. Oh, he can't. Oof. Alright, folks, we got a little bit more time with the game. We're gonna have a little more time with the game. We're gonna have a little more time today with the game. Oh, please get stuck. Nope. No such luck. This shit might go all the fucking way, man. No, there's at least one hard stop coming up. In 2 sections.
What a jinx.
Smalls, thank you. Thank you. Happy 50 months. Yeah, hell of a jinx. I forgot that the ball going at an angle, or trying to strafe with the ball, is much harder in this. And I haven't had to deal with that in so many sections that I kind of forgot. Yeah, the ball will descend faster. It'll accelerate faster. And I hate that. Please just keep getting hung up here for a minute. Come on. If it just keeps getting stuck in this little loop, no, it's gonna start dropping again. Shit. I'm gonna have to wait until it gets stopped, because I'm never gonna catch it at this rate. I'm still 2 sections behind. I really needed to get one of these cups at the ends here. Though it's getting nice and stuck. Well, not every... Well, nope. Okay. God, that kills me. It was the very last turn. Ah, fuck. It was so gonna go in a pocket. I was like, please just stay up there. Okay. No, it's eventually gonna get free. Maybe. This wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, I wasn't running. This wouldn't be the end of the world. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Okay. Ah, fuck. Okay. God, just please keep it there for forever. That was literally the last turn. If I didn't drop the ball there, we would already be at the like end of the game screen right now.
It's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling now.
It is. Happy 17 months. Thank you, Foxfire. Ah, fuck. Oh, no. Honestly, I don't know what it would take. I don't feel like I rage quit. I would quit because I have to go to Target before they close. But that's like the only thing that would really make me quit. I'm almost caught up to it. I just need to, I need to fucking chill. Just don't fall out of this section. Just stay in this section for a bit. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. Just stay in the middle there, please. No, don't get fucking flung around, man. Come on. Oh, just get stuck. Just get stuck for one fucking moment. Thank you. Okay. We're back in business. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really rage at games. Like, I've never been a game rager. I rage at people, but even then I don't externally rage at people. It's purely an internal process. Honest, I don't want to say this. I don't want this to sound too crazy. But I genuinely think that, like, decades of, I think decades of trauma made me really resilient. That's the best way I can put that. Of all kinds. I just don't think I have it in me to give a shit enough about a game to get mad at it. Or almost anything. Come on now, fuck you. This is insane. What the fuck? This is fine. I think I'm doing good now. I will say, like, you know, I try not to talk too much about, like, my own therapy. But I also don't think it's something, like, I want to hide. I think it's probably, if anything, a good thing for people to be like, yeah, therapy, normal, good. Nothing to be ashamed of. That said, my therapist's been learning more and more about me, and I've just kind of been going through shit. Oh, what's up, Bloody? Hello. I was in the deep talk zone. We're pushing the ball up the hill, which is just the deep talk zone. Thank you so much, Bloody. I hope you're doing well. And for anyone just joining, I'm just talking a little bit about therapy right now. And, well, someone asked what it would take for me to rage quit this game, and I said that I feel like, just decades of trauma has made me very resilient to, getting mad at things. Said not, I don't want, and I feel like I'm like, that sounds a little heavier than it should be. But that said, like, talking to my therapist recently, I've left out so many events that I don't think as huge events, because in my head I'm like, I've worked through this stuff, it doesn't bother me. But I've told her about some shit lately where my therapist was like, you've told me about some, like, really, really heavy traumas. Like, have you worked on that? And I'm like, honestly, no, I was just like, oh, I'm just not very lucky, I guess. And she was like, we're going to talk more about this. I'm like, yeah, we should. Thank you, Bloody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that's not nice. Or that. Huh. There we go. There we go. Oh, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think I was always calm, but I did become a very calm person as a kid. I think it was a defense mechanism for a very chaotic life. And I feel like that calm has kind of stuck with me. I had a lot of character building as a young child. And I think that made me feel a little bit stuck for a while. I feel very weird that, like, you know, like I've got my childhood I remember. And then I've got like my teenage years, and then I feel like I was emotionally in the same place for so long. Like I feel like I was very emotionally immature until I hit my 30s. And I'm still probably not all that emotionally mature. I don't know. But it's weird to like kind of remember that. Yeah. My therapist is great. I really like my therapist. In fact, I gotta see, I thought I had a session tomorrow, but it's actually a week from tomorrow. Which is good because I need to, before our next session, I am supposed to find a prescriber in my area who takes my insurance so that I can entertain the idea of some meds, which I've been very metaverse for a long time. My therapist is pretty convinced I have ADHD. She doesn't diagnose, but she wants me to go get diagnosed and then get medicated for it. And that's not something I've ever really considered. And it's kind of nice to think about it. Because I'm like, damn, if that actually brought me some relief, that'd be crazy. I've had friends who got diagnosed late in life with ADHD. And when they finally started taking meds for it, they were like, dude, it's a life changer. Never felt like this before. I'm like, damn, that sounds nice. It can be annoying, I've heard, yeah. Well, I know from what my therapist said, she's like, you know, most people will be seeking a diagnosis because, you know, it's either for their work or, you know, they need the diagnosis for some reason just past I need meds, where I really just am looking for not even anything like I would like to just start with Wellbutrin, or at least that's what she was saying, but just Wellbutrin, see how Wellbutrin does for me. Like I'm not looking for Adderall or anything like that. My big thing with meds in general is I don't want anything that could be a habit forming. I just know myself too well. I don't want anything that's gonna... I don't want anything I can take more of to feel better. You know? We're getting back up there. I think 3 more sections. No, it's like 4. Yeah, I do feel like, through talking to my therapist about it, I do feel like I am understanding parts of myself much better. Stuff that I did not know would be a symptom of or part of ADHD. So my chest tightens a little when I think about how much I have to get sorted out in this house by Wednesday morning. But I'll be fine. It's 5:30. I just want to make sure I leave time to go to Target. And I don't want to rush at Target, so I don't want to go too close to closing. I'm gonna saunter through Target real slow. And I feel like I'm forgetting something still. I need glue. I need towels. I need the bins. I could have sworn there was another thing. That's all I got. So I've got the Gorilla Glue, yeah. I've got bags. So, what was I gonna say? Prepping for, so with my back all fucked up, I feel like my house has just gotten real bad. So I hired a cleaning company to come here and do a deep clean on Wednesday morning. But I need to get any clutter away, and not even just like bad clutter. The more I think about it, I'm like, I don't even have too much bullshit that has to go away. Like, I was talking to Apollo about it, and like this room is bad for just random shit that I should probably get rid of. But like, I have to clear all of my spices in the kitchen out. My dining room table's got mail all over it. My table in the hallway has some mail on it and a couple boxes. Like, I just need to, I need to make sure every surface in my house is cleanable by a cleaning company. And like, where I learned this was I hired a cleaning company about 2 years ago. I was just sitting with a pretty fucked up depression and the house got bad. And I was like, you know what? Let's just let someone help me. Let's hire a cleaning company. And they got here and they were like, hey, sorry, but we can't really do anything with your clutter. They're like, we can clean any open surface, but we're not gonna move your stuff. And I had stuff fucking everywhere. So like, they didn't, like, I remember like they cleaned the floor of my shower, but not the shelf, because the shelf had all my shampoos and soaps on it. They didn't clean the kitchen, the bathroom sink, because it had my razor and like all my other stuff all over it. They didn't clean most of the kitchen counters because they were covered with spices and stuff. So it really was like a pretty wasted trip. They deep cleaned stuff that, you know, where I'm excited, you know, a deep cleaning, they scrubbed the floorboards, they scrubbed the floors. That's the big one. Like, but I want to make sure all of the surfaces have nothing on them so that they can do a clean. Yeah, the shower cubby I was genuinely pretty shocked about. That's like a wiping company, yeah. Well, luck has it, the same company had an appointment open for Wednesday. I tried 2 different companies, they each told me that there was no availability within like 2 weeks. These people had an opening tomorrow and Wednesday, so hopefully it is helpful. They didn't do a bad job otherwise. Like, there were a lot of spots they wouldn't touch, but everything they did do was very good. But yeah, that was my thinking, Yerson. Yeah. So vents, I feel like they would have been willing to, but genuinely there was nowhere to move anything to, you know? Like, all the surfaces of my house had stuff on them. But my thinking was like, oh, well, they'll like organize this and sort this out. Nope, not the case. I've never had a cleaner before. I'd never hired a cleaning company. So like, I had mail everywhere. There was not like a ton of garbage or anything, but like there was some trash around. Like, it was just, the place was fucked up. It was bad. And then I felt bad because they were like, they came in here and they were like, well, do you want us to do your office? And I was like, I'd like you to, but there's stuff all over my desk and all over all the shelves in here. And I've got the wall of plushies behind me and like, those are all there. And they were like, all right, so we'll just sweep in here. I was like, I guess so. So there are services that will do it all. I would love to, I wish I could have like a pro like company help me organize, but I feel like I can get a handle on it. I know Apollo is not into my idea, but I do think it's the only way I could make my brain parse it all. Not that it all has to go in like specific bins, but I do think I need at least all the stuff in a room in one place. And then I need to consider where it's gonna go. I just don't have a lot of storage in this house. Like, even like my kitchen, I have no pantry, I just have cabinets. I've got some closets, but I don't have any like drawers. I need more dressers and stuff, or like some kind of a cabinet somewhere. Ah, fuck. Oh, I have to pause for a sec. I have a terrible cramp in my leg, and I could tell the only way it's ever gonna feel better is to stand up. Oh, God. Yeah, I should just do that. I would do that. I know Taffy came here once and tried to help me with that pretty early on, but I have a feeling, I genuinely can't remember it so well, but I have a feeling I was just kind of keeping everything. He definitely helped me downsize. I still have too much. My old office, like so the thing is, the rest of my house isn't so bad. My old office is a bomb. None of it is dirty, but there's just stuff. There's my old exercise bike is in there. My electronic drum kit's in there. Various things, just that's where like things with no home go there. My old guitar rack, the old litter robot. There's just so much random shit in that room. I need to really tackle that room, but I don't have to worry about that right now. I keep telling myself, just get the house clean, and then you can work on getting rid of all the excess shit. My big hang-up still, it isn't even the letting the stuff go. I don't want to waste anything. You know, there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, I can't throw this away. So then I feel like I should donate it. But then I don't want to donate to like a bad charity or a place that's just going to throw it away. I do think it would be fun to keep some shit to like give away to people from chat. Like I do think there are people who it would be cool to have like a like an 8C Justin branded PUBG hat or something like that. It's just like a fun little collector thing. I would keep something like that, honestly. But I do have a lot of random PUBG shit that I just, you know, fucking just random stuff. I have a bunch of Dino Park merchandise for when they added the Dino Park on the map. Where it's like a Dino Park t-shirt, a Dino Park hat. There's Dino Park gummies, which 100% expired in like 2018. I have so much of the PUBG shit. I have a Twitch branded game of Connect 4. It's the game Connect 4, but it is purple slots and the Twitch logo's on it, laser etched. And they gave this to all of the Twitch partners one year. And I just have it. I'll never use it. I wouldn't even display it anywhere. But I'm like, I can't just throw away like a free gift. Play with Chris when he visits. Yep. I think it would be fun. What I would love to do with chat, but I might just do it on my own. I don't know. I would love to do a chat helps me size down my wardrobe. Where I hold something up and you tell me keep it, donate it, or raffle. I'm so pissed. This section is so hard with the heavy ball. And I kind of forgot again that it's this hard. He's gonna throw my ball. No. Aw, fucked once more. I won't be crushed unless it goes further than the last one did. But I feel like it's gonna take the same exact trajectory up to a certain point. Like, he throws it the same way every time. It's gonna do the same bounces up until it gets to, like, this area. That shit is zooming. Please plinko into the side. I beg of you. Please. Oh, why is it fucking sideways like that? That's so cruel. They should be put in jail for that. For bullying me. This shit's getting knocked off on the next one, maybe. Nope, good. We don't want it to fall off. When it falls off, it lands hard and goes fast. I just want it to get stuck here for a while again. Oh, it didn't get stuck there for a long time at all. Oh, this shit's going off the side. It's going off the side. Alright. Pray for good RNG that it lands in a fucking side pocket. Yes! 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 Oh, that's so not bad. We only fell three sections. 3 sections is not the end of the world. I could live with that shit. Huh? Oh, I love that. Yeah. Well, it fell to like the beginning of the section it's resting on right now. On the last one. It got very hung up on the part right past this, and then it fell a bunch. But this section is not hard. Honestly, none of these sections are particularly difficult to get through. The rock section with the bombs is the hardest of them. The last section, I just have to... I was on autopilot. I didn't even realize I was on the last section until that shit was falling through. Just straight up autopilot. Am I stupid? Oh man, that was so needlessly greedy. Unbelievably greedy. That shit would have fallen down like half a section behind me and gone zooming. That would have been a nightmare. Yeah, there's definitely a part of that in my head. Like, I have anything anyone has ever mailed me from stream, I have. Anything anyone has ever given me via Twitch stuff, like sent to my P.O. box or handed to me at a TwitchCon, I have everything. Not all of it is like easily found, but it's all there. And I think that is normal for certain stuff. Like I like that I keep any like nice letter anyone's ever sent me. Shit like that. Like I think it's cute to keep that stuff. But so what's weird is, all right, so I do still have one. I would genuinely have to find the info, but I do have it. So I'm curious how y'all feel about this. Like, I've been sent stuff from games, not a ton of them. Like, fuck. Like, at the end of the day, the only games to ever really send me things are PUBG, which sent me a lot of stuff. Rockstar Games, who sent me a lot of stuff. I think Rockstar Games sent me literally every product they've ever made. And then, like Hyperscape sent me a bunch of shit. I often get St. Jude stuff. I just get a lot of stuff. And, I always feel weird. I wouldn't want to get rid of any of that stuff. I would feel extra weird selling that stuff. But I've absolutely seen, you know, there's some streamers who will immediately just sell or raffle that shit off to their communities or give it away. I've seen people give stuff away too. But I don't know what the protocol is there. Like for example, like Hyperscape gave me a set of like an Astro headset. And I never really used it, and I was like, oh, I could give this away. And I'm like, well, if I gave this away, am I supposed to say like, oh, the product like provided by Hyperscape? Like, should I not sell it? Should I, like, I wasn't really sure what to do, and I never am sure what to do. Like the PUBG partner shit, I'm like, would they be mad if I gave this away or sold it? Gave away, I don't think they would care, but sell it, maybe. I don't know if they want that shit showing up on, like, eBay. Back when the game was popular, I probably could have sold some PUBG merchandise. because they were sending me. I still have a lot of cute PUBG shit I don't want to get rid of. You know, I have a really cute Vikendi snow globe. I love that thing. I've got a rubber frying pan. I have a couple of mugs, stuff like that. I have, so my PC case that I need to swap into a new case. It's an NZXT or NXZT. I don't know which it is. It's one of their cases, but it is painted to look like a PUBG case. And it has the PUBG branding on the front and also Gamers Outreach. And I was given this case from Gamers Outreach for doing charity work for them on Twitch with PUBG. And it's like a numbered case too. I think there were only 100 of them made. I don't know which one I have, but I know there's a plate inside with the number. I figure when I take my computer out of this case, the cooling just isn't great. And I've had it for so long now, I kind of just want an upgrade in case. I figure I'll just make it and just like something. So that's something I would like display somewhere. I think it'll be cool. A little PUBG crate sitting in the background. It's cute. I do also have a cardboard PUBG crate in a closet with a bunch of random stuff. It's funny, I have a lot of nostalgic things, but almost no photos. I think that's like a little, I don't know if that's weird. I don't have a lot of photos of times in my life, but I have lots of little memorabilia from times in my life. And that's not even just the PUBG stuff, but like I do collect all, like I've collected all the PUBG shit. And in a lot of those boxes is random stream shit. Like there was a stream in 2018 that Pause and I did a sellout Sunday with tiny drawings. And for like $5 we would make you a drawing for 2 minutes on a little piece of paper. I found one of the PUBG boxes has all the tiny drawings in it. And like I kind of like that I still have that stuff. But I also have like every bracelet I ever got for playing a show. Like when I was in a band. I have all my wristbands still from every show I ever played with a wristband. I have a lot of flyers, but not a ton. But I have so few photos from that time in my life. I was just never a, hey, let's take a picture guy, you know? I feel bad about that too. Like, I wish I was a, hey, let's take a picture guy. And I feel like, I don't know if this is probably like just hard projection, but I feel like people probably assume because I'm a fat guy that I don't like being in a photo. At least I convince myself of this just because I feel like I know so many people who take photos, but no one ever asks me to take a photo with them. Oh, my pleasure. I don't know a whole lot about Sisyphus, but I do think a little bit. Life do be absurd. I find my joy in pushing the ball. I used to hate being in photos, but streaming has broken me. It's so crazy to me still. I will never get over this. Also, I meant to get into the, I know I'm time jumping now. I think I had just told my deep lore history about my trajectory on Twitch and all that. And someone asked how I'd met Apollo and NL and them, and I was like, ooh, we're gonna keep the lore going. But then I think my ball fell and I got sidetracked. Ah, and fuck, I had something else to say about that too. This is just deep lore stream, my pushing of the ball. Oh yeah, so streaming. I'm just gonna time jump a touch here to this story because it was relevant to what I was just saying. I was not I've been streaming since 2011 and partnered since 2014, but I did not use a webcam until 2017. I was webcamless. Part of that was bad advice I was given, but everyone's favorite moderator, Super Jazz, hit me with a message one day being like, hey man, you should try a webcam. I think you're like very personable, and I think it would like I just think it would go well for you. And I was like, damn. I was like, guy I work with told me to never use a webcam because I'm too fat. I'll just get trolled off Twitch. And Mike was like, that's dumb. You should try it. And I've used my webcam every day since. That was my final day without a webcam. That collided with PUBG getting popular. Started using a webcam right at the dawn of PUBG. It was like day 2 of the PUBG beta was my first time using a webcam, really. I had used it sporadically before that. I'd used it a little sporadically before that. But only for like, I used it for Soma. Because I was like, oh, Soma's a scary game. People are going to want to see my reactions. But that shit made me sick. Call Noir. Thank you. Happy 32 months. An album of this would be good. That's ridiculous. Fucking... I don't know why my brain is like struggling to say Rifle's name. But yeah. Soma was pre-PUBG? Yeah, that was 2016. Soma. Or it might have been early 2017. PUBG was March 2017 was the beta. But it was only a beta for a week. And then the game was a playable forever beta like in April or May. Yeah, no webcam during the Lords of Minecraft shit or any of the early Buffalo Wizards. The first time I used any kind of camera with that era. Yo. Scooby-Doo, happy 28 months. Thank you. The first time I used a camera in that era is when Buffalo Wizards were playing some weird tabletop sim board game. And one of the spaces that got landed on was like, post a selfie. And that was like the first time I did that. Which I was scared about and I felt kind of like forced into. It's not good. But, what was I gonna say? So, I met Ko, because Ko was involved with the same... I think Ko got the same sales pitch I got with the YouTube stuff, and had a yeah, whatever moment. Like a yeah, fuck it, I'll try. And at the saving grace with all that, I was like, yeah, I met a lot of like good friends through that. But Ko was one of them, Pause is one of them. I still have the Magicite series with me and Ko on YouTube, which was really... I genuinely believe that was mine and Ko's first time ever in a call alone together. We had done a little bit of Gary's mod at that point, but maybe only like 2 or 3 sessions. And we got paired off with each other to do a series. I believe Ko picked Magicite. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm down. And that was my first time with Ko. And then I want to say our second play session, Pause wanted to join. That was my first time meeting Pause. And then the third session, Pyro wanted to join. My first time meeting Pyro. So like, that was, that's like one of my fondest memories of that early time, was that Magicite playthrough. That's where I met Ko, that's where I got to know Ko, that's where I got to know Pause, that's where I met Pyro. And that was huge. But yeah, I got to know Pause. Long story short, me and Pause were playing a little bit of the PUBG demo that was out, or rather, I think the beta had come out. The demo had ended. Pause and I had played a lot of it, and we were just playing a ton of PUBG. And one night he goes, "Hey man, do you want to play PUBG with me, Richard Hammer, and Cobalt Street?" And I was like, "Holy shit, yeah, I would love to." Like, I'd known them guys forever. Like Richard was one of the first people I ever subbed to on Twitch. I would love to. And so we did. But like one game in, it was funny because I accidentally naded Cobalt, and I really didn't mean to. and then he had to go, and I really genuinely thought that he hated me. I was like, oh fuck, I pissed him off and he quit. That was not the case at all. But he left and he was like, hey, I got a friend who actually really wants to play. He asked to play with us, but he could just take my spot because I gotta go. And it was Apollo. So that was that night was my first time meeting Richard and Cobalt and Apollo. And I remember I felt a little bad. I know Richard felt worse, I think. Was, you know, like that original squad that night was me, Cobalt, Pause, Richard. And then Cobalt had to go and we subbed Apollo in. And then we proceeded to play PUBG like 10 hours a day for months, right? And we never got Cobalt back in. I feel bad about that. But if Cobalt didn't have to go AFK that night, I would have never met Apollo. By extension, I would have never met fucking Ryan or any of the NLSS crew. Like I was playing PUBG with Apollo enough. Embarrassingly enough, I don't know if I ever actually told Apollo this, but one day Apollo out of nowhere asked, do you want to be on the show? And I think I said, what show? Because I had a loose understanding that he did stuff with a group of guys, but I really didn't know what it was. I had never seen it. So my first time doing stuff with them, I don't know if I did the PUBG stuff first. I think I did.
Don't drop the ball into the piss. Thanks for all the great years.
It went in the piss! It went in the piss! It went in the piss! I was trying so hard to steer it. I realized I was going too fast and I had to slow down. But I wasn't quick enough. Thank you, Antonius. Oh, I put it in the piss. I put it in the piss. I hate that he sucks it back. He shouldn't be allowed to throw it. That should be illegal. Like it should just slip and fall. It should just slip and fall out of his hands or something. This is different, please. No, it's fucking flying. You're a prick, you know that, you prick? Oh, no, these are sideways, so it will never land. This ball is fucking zooming compared to the last one. It is. Well, alright, it's getting slowed down now, but still, it is fucking zooming. I kind of forgot I was in the piss section again. I was on autopilot until I realized what I was doing. And, you gotta treat that section like the ice with the heavy ball. You have to go to walking speed. And then you have to walk it along that last curve. Otherwise it's too heavy and it slips out of your hands. No! If that got bounced slightly less bad, it would have just lived gently in that thing. Oh, this sucks. It's already through that. Oh, we're doomed. We're so doomed. Please just chill. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. I do remember that stream. Chibley's like 800 bit rate, like single pixel RuneScape stream. I love Chibley. What's funny too, I think so early on playing with Pause, when I was first meeting him, he would play Counter-Strike with some random folks. And there was one of them who was really young, and he would like kind of like squeak scream when he got mad. And I felt bad one day. Paul's like, "You want to play CS?" And I was like, "Ah, man, honestly, I don't want to if that kid's gonna be there." And then he like didn't invite the kid, and I felt so bad. I'm like, no. But then I remember Pause being like a little self-conscious about bringing Chib around for something, because Chib was also pretty young. And I remember thinking, I was like, he could be like a little bit much, but like I like it. I like it. I'm like, that was cool. No, I was talking about, but like it was you know, like I met Jasky and Chibley through Pause. It's very funny. I 100% thought that Chiblee was like he just gave off like hot girl energy. I just figured he was like a hot chick. And I remember when I told him that, he was like, dude, so many people have told me that. Like, Chip just gives off baddie energy. He just does. I'm not the only one who's seen it. It's because he's such a sweetheart. There's no toxic masculinity in that sweet boy, you know? I think Chib is a lot like me in that he is very polite and probably over worries about how everyone else is doing. But I think some people are just kind of that way. A bit of an empath. No, I'm kidding. But I think we're on a similar wavelength there, where we, you know, want to make sure everyone's always having a good time. And that you're not bumming anyone out. Hello. We're pushing the ball and we're chatting. How's it going? That's my biggest hurdle with fucking the dating scene. Dating apps make it easy because it's like everyone's here for this reason. It's not weird to try to date someone on a dating app. But anytime I've been interested in a person organically, I'm like, ah, man, I don't want to be like, the last thing I would ever want is for someone to be like, oh, great, like another fucking guy who's like only interested in fucking hooking up or something. Like I would feel so bad if someone thought I was like a potential friend and they were like, oh fuck, he's just horny. But that keeps me from ever hitting on anyone or ever telling anyone I think they're cool. So, it goes both ways. I think that's probably very relatable for many people. So I talked to my trainer about this and he like cracks up. He thinks it's the funniest thing. Just because it's such like a foreign concept to him. And that's why my trainer always says, he's like, in his voice, he'll be like, brother, the only thing in your way is you. You can say it exactly like that. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like doubly so in the Twitch space, like, anyone I meet is either gonna be someone I've met somehow through Twitch, which is also my work, and I do think that is like a thing you shouldn't do. Even though it's like not real work, but it is, but it isn't, but it is. But then I just fall back on, I just want to make sure everyone's having a good time. You know? And I think as long as I navigate things that way, I think I'll be all right. Yeah. I've been much better about being direct with people. I don't really talk to many people at all, ever. But when I do, I've learned to be more direct. And I think that just kind of comes with, like, my age at this point. I'm like, I ain't got time to waste. I'm not trying to play any weird games. Just be like, hey, straight up, you interested? All right, cool, we should talk more. But ever since I've become the guy who's been more forward, that shit is just blown up in my face too many times. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break from all that for a little bit. I'm gonna just chill for now. I'll let someone else take the reins on that one if they want to, but I'm not going to be Mr. Straightforward Initiator for a little bit. Need a break. Manager at the work factory. Let's go. Biological clock ticking. I hate that I feel that way. I do though. I had to talk to my trainer about that today too. Or, you know, he's pretty sure. Like personally, I don't even know if I would want kids. I wouldn't be super against it. I don't think. But I'm also about living a selfish life. That sounds nice. You only get one life, might as well be a little selfish about it. But that's like I was talking to my trainer about that though, and you know, he's kind of in the same boat where he's like, yeah man, like I don't know, I could feel the age more now. I never thought much about it, but now I gotta think about it because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be old dad. And I was like, man, I said the same shit. I don't want to be old dad. Yeah. God, I've had that shit back. I feel I have so many sweet friends in my life and people who genuinely care about me. And I feel so thankful for that. But man, the amount of times I've had a friend who has been like, no, dude, you gotta say something to this person. Like, you're selling yourself short. They're definitely interested. Trust me. Someone on the outside can see this clear as day. And I'll be like, I don't think so. I got the vibe that you are real fucking wrong about this. And they'll be like, no, man, you got to. And then I do. And then they're real wrong about it. And then it makes my life messy. And I would get sad. That's happened to me so many times. It's never happened positively. They've never been right. Not one time. That's fair, crack. Yeah. Never again. I feel bad that it's like one of the few things I do want. I have a hard time thinking of other things I want. Yeah, for sure, Jeff. Come on, ball. Come on, ball. I hate this section. Sorry, I want to give glances. Hey, man, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Exactly, Agio. In some ways, I'm dating the big rock. That's fair, Craig. I do feel like I'm not this way so much anymore. I feel like I used to be more of a like serial falls for everyone person. But I would never really act on it because I kind of like knew that about myself. And I was always at the mindset where if I like someone enough that I'd want to date them, I'm kind of just like, I'm chill with just being their friend because it means I like them enough, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if this is a juvenile way to look at dating, but in my head, I'm like, oh, it's like my like super best friend. It's my best friend plus, you know? That's just the way I always looked at it. So I would never want to fuck up a friendship because I was going to share my feelings, especially if they weren't that deep. That's my thing. Like, you know, like it's not like I was sitting there pining over someone, but if I had to sit there and be like, all right, what are the odds if I tell this person that, you know, I'd want to pursue this as something more than a friendship, they feel weird and don't talk to me again. And in my head, I'm always like, pretty high. Let's just not say anything. I'm like, that's fine. That has hurt a few times, but I think that's like fine. That's the thing, I need to know someone prior to dating. I feel so weird going on dating app dates because it's, I don't know, like I need to know someone first. You know? But at that point, it's like, oh, I can get dinner with a stranger though. That actually sounds kind of fun. Frame dating, going on a date as dinner with a stranger, and I feel so much better about it. Friendship app. But that's the thing, I'm not even looking for more friendship. I know I got plenty of friends. They're all sick of my single ass talking about it. I'm telling you, I went on a date last year. I do not fault this woman at all. She was fine. But like our conversation didn't really go anywhere. It was real clear we had nothing in common. I swear to God, there was a point where I was like, well, what kind of music you like? I don't really like music. Will you watch anything on TV? I don't really like TV. You go anywhere cool in town? I'm kind of new here. I don't really like anything here. I was like, this is going terrible. And then afterwards, she was like, I would love to do this again sometime. And I was like, I think you just wanted me to take you to like a nice meal, which like, honestly, I guess that's fine. I respect it. It was funny too. So like while talking, you know, she of course asked what I do. I explained Twitch. She didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, so while we're leaving, and she said, you want to do this again sometime? And it stunned me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, well, hey, listen, like, you know, that whole streaming thing I told you about, I'm doing a like a little marathon. I couldn't get myself to say subathon because it's not a real word. It makes no sense to regular people. I was like, I'm doing a marathon thing. I don't know how long it'll last, but it'll probably be about a week. And like, maybe we'll talk more after that. And then I streamed for 30 days and then we never spoke again. And at that point I was like, well, it's too long now. And I was like, and also I don't think they liked me. So why am I stressing over this? But yeah, that was an interesting day. Very interesting day. But I would be like, genuinely, if someone hit me up on one of the dating apps and was like, hey man, I don't think I have any interest in dating you, but I would love to go out to eat. I would be like, yes, let's go. I would be so on board with that. I just really like going out to eat. And it's like, I am comfortable doing it alone now. I'm okay with it. But it's still an experience that is only enhanced by having someone with you. I do. An easy mark? The hell? Yeah. I like a fancy dinner. I'm the dinner enjoyer. I have 100% been on dates with people that it didn't work out, but I have asked them if they want to go get something to eat again, where in my head, I'm like, I hope they don't think I'm still trying. Where it's like, no, it's just like, I don't know. Again, if I'm asking someone on a date and it's not like an app thing, odds are I think they're cool enough that I would like to spend my time with them. I'm dialed in. We have fallen down 3 times at this section now. I should have been done with this game 2 hours ago. Alas. What's up? No, Mullet Passions? Yo, I'm down. I'm in. What's up? How's it going, Noah? Right? So Jeff, fucking, what kills me? I don't know if they do it at my first watch, but in Florida at the first watch, they had a community table, and they have a sign that's like, feel free to sit at the community table where anyone else can also sit down, so you don't have to like be alone for breakfast. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I've never seen anyone at the community table. And every time I'm there, I'm like, I should lead by example. I should sit at the community table. And I don't. I'm a coward. I gotta do it next time. I'm still forever haunted. It was a couple months ago. I went to the Hot Pot Korean barbecue place that opened up in town, and it was packed. I hadn't seen it that full yet. And I was really happy for them. Like, I'd already streamed there 3 or 4 times. Like, they did a soft opening, and I was real fucking excited about it. So I pretty quickly got to know a lot of the staff there. And when I got there, they were like, we are like really crowded. And I was like, oh, it's okay. They're like, no. We could sit you, like, we'll seat you at like one of the big tables. And I was like, oh, okay. And in my head, I'm like, damn, they're gonna seat me at a big table when it's this crowded? That's crazy. What they meant was they were gonna sit me at a big table that had 6 teenage girls sitting at it. Or it might have been like 4 or 5. Whatever it was a gaggle of teenage girls. They were mean, and they were kind of racist too. It was really, really unpleasant. They didn't talk to me. I sat as far away as I could it was like a 10-person table. But oh my god, it was terrible. It was so bad. I also got to watch a failed, I think it might have been Valentine's Day, genuinely. I think I went there on Valentine's Day. Or it was the day after, whenever it was. All right, hold on. I'm focusing. I'll finish the story after this part. We're gonna walk it. So this is hard with the heavy ball because when you make the curve, the ball gets like insta momentum and starts to fall, and you gotta make a real sharp turn up here. Part of me wants to just walk off so I don't have to strafe as much, but when you walk off, the ball takes a weird bounce, and it scares me. So far, I'm just chilling. We're okay. I'm walking off. It got the weird bounce. No! Okay, that's okay. I'm telling you, the hard ball is so hard on that section. Oh, I wish I could just get back to it in time. Don't Justin me. I was dialed in. I tried. I tried real hard. I genuinely did. I genuinely did. I tried so hard. Oh, this prick's gonna throw my ball. I hate this guy. He's the worst guy. So, fuck, what story was I telling? Wait, hold on. I've missed chat. I didn't know mullet passions was a thing. Or any of these, actually, no. These are all new to me. Oh yeah, so I got to watch a, for anyone who's not familiar, just in case somehow you're not, hot pot Korean barbecue, you cook the food at your own table. There are some places they cook the food for you. There's some places where they don't even cook it at the table. This is a place, it's all you could eat. They bring raw food to your table and you cook it. The amount of tables around me of people who were like really mad that they had to cook their own food was incredible. And I watched it felt like a first date or an early date. But this guy and his date sit down and he looks so excited and he's really getting into it. He's like, oh my God, this looks incredible. This is gonna be so good. Like, I can't wait. He's going through the menu. He's like, oh God, they got this, they got this. And her response to it is, why is this so expensive if I have to cook it? And then the waiter came by and she goes, excuse me, do you get like a discount? Cause like, are you gonna cook this for me? And then the guy just kind of like put his head down and I was like, oh no. But yeah, she just kept going on about how stupid this was. And she was like, why would you, like, she was like, oh, like, I don't even know, like, why would you take me here? This is so stupid. And I was like, oh man, I'm just watching this guy's heart shatter. It was brutal. They were like teenagers. I'm pretty sure they were like teenagers or like early 20s. But just brutal. I took my mom and my grandma to Hot Pot and they were very open to trying new things and I was proud of them for that. I have to adjust. Stupid back. Ugh. Yeah, for anyone who missed it, my trainer said my back should be okay in 3 weeks. We're doing like 3 days of physical therapy a week. I should be back to normal back by the end of May. Hell yeah, G-Turtle, that rocks. I love Hot Pot so much. I'm also happy that I became a regular at my Hot Pot place. I just like being a regular somewhere. I just like jumping over the orb. It felt good. Okay. I'm dreading getting the ball back to that curve. I kind of don't know what to do. I took it slow because I thought that would be it, but it did not work. So I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Yeah, big turnoff. Like genuinely, if I were on a first date with someone and they were, if I'm on a first date with someone and they say anything that I could remotely construe as rude to anyone working at a restaurant, I am the most out I've ever been in my life. You know? That's got to be the world's biggest red flag for me. I love that hummus raw. That's adorable. Yeah, it's a huge red flag. Rude to service staff and not returning your shopping cart. Red flag 1 and 2. Top of my list. I don't know what that means, tacos. I keep reading it, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. I'll still never get over Pause asking me if I've had all these nuts. And it took me like 5 minutes to register what he had just said to me. It's the most owned I've ever been. So genuinely, my brain just defaulted to there's a band called Weed Eater. And I thought it was a reference to that, but I couldn't piece it. There's a product called this? Oh, I know those affectionately as weed whackers. It's my whacker. I see, I see. I get it. Pardon? Alright. Oh god. No. Okay. Oh, I so thought it was going over the side. I got so scared. Oh, that was terrifying. There we go. There we go. No. No. Please. Please. Oh, thank God. I thought it was about to shove that shit right through. Thank goodness. Oh, terrifying. I could just go up next to this thing. I've done it before, I could do it again. Okay. Pardon? Hey. Sorry, I have been yapping so hard for so long that I've hit a wall and I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Any other burning questions? I'm too open of a book. I feel like no one's ever got shit to ask me. Pigeons, bugs, or dogs? Bugs. How'd I meet Sips? NL. Ryan did the Dadcraft server. And I want to say Mouth had jumped on. And I think I just hit a moment where I was like, shit, I would like to do that. And I think I just asked. And I want to say that Ryan told me to ask Sips. I want to say that was where I first met Sips. Maybe I had done Tarkov with him once with Apollo. But yeah, that was pretty much that. Sips is a fucking sweetheart. I feel like I really did not know Sips for very long at all when he like reached a hand out to me when I was going through some tough shit. And I thought that was very sweet. Love that guy. He's the guy. That's the funniest fucking moment I've ever had on this stream. It's in my clips. Someone could probably find it. But long story short, I had just gone through an extremely rough and public breakup. Sips reached out and he's like, hey man, like if I could help in any way, please let me know if you want to get your mind off things. And I was like, honestly man, I would love to stream some Tarkov if you want to just jump on Tarky with me. He's like, yeah, of course man. I go live. Sips joins the call and goes, hey, how you doing man? Oh well. To which I laughed very hard. It's the best clip. It'll be the best clip on my channel forever. It's so fucking funny. It's got to be one of my most viewed clips, I think. My PUBG clips are probably still like most viewed. The context is too localized. Yeah, you would need to know the backstory as to why it's funny. Hold up. For anyone who's never seen this.
Yo.
Hey there.
How's it? How well?
Yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah, brother.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey there.
How's it? How well?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a couple hours after everything ended. Crazy stuff. Oh god. Yeah, that's an all-timer. All-timer. I know. It's so good. Yeah, Sips has always had a special place in my heart after that. Sips is I'd always heard Sips's name. Sips is a name I've always heard. The same way I didn't realize at first. Like I've always heard people talk about Northern Lion as someone who everybody respects. No, I've never heard anyone say anything like bad about him. And that's extremely Sips. Like, I never knew Sips. I wasn't really familiar with his shit, but I'd only ever heard good things about that guy. And then when Ryan did the fucking Twitch sing shit with him, that's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen on Twitch. Can anyone pull that up? Can someone please pull up Ryan and Twitch doing It Wasn't Me on Twitch? That's the funniest fucking... That was my moment where I was like, this is one of the funniest fucking guys on the platform.
Shaggy.
If you haven't seen this...
Rap parts.
God, Ryan sounded... It's not that old.
We're gonna get one each, I'm sure.
It was like 2019?
Yo, man, open up.
Yo!
Open up, man.
What do you want, man?
My girl just caught me.
You let her
Dude.
catch you?
I don't know how I let
Like,
this
you
happen.
couldn't script fucking comedy this funny, though.
No.
But like...
Man!
I don't know what to do.
Like, I remember someone sent this to me, they were like, you have to watch this, it's so funny.
Honey came in and she cut
And I'm watching, I'm like, alright, it's fine.
Next door. Picture this, we were
When
both
Sips's
butt-naked,
verse comes in,
banging on the
I did like an
bathroom
IRL
floor.
spit
How
take.
could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
He's doing a great job, too. I don't know if you've heard the song.
Let's review the situation. You get caught in to be a true player, you have to know how to play.
Dude, I like screamed when I saw this.
But she
That's
caught
what,
me on the
unfucking believable, man. It's so fucking funny. I want to say that's how Sips and Ryan met. Was that? Like, I don't think they like, I don't think they like didn't know of each other, but I don't think they'd ever like interacted before that. And that's really fucking funny. That's where, like, God, like if you pull on threads enough, they get crazy. Like I was talking before about all the like weird coincidences that led me to where I am now. And where I feel like I just kind of stumble into good luck on Twitch. But like, shit, I would have never met Sips if Ryan and Sips didn't have that little fucking duet, you know? Like, that's crazy. And by extension, I would have never met fucking Ravs or Pedguin or Boba or any of the Yogs people, you know? That's crazy. That's insane. All because of that fucking duet. That's so cool. I want to get out to Bristol to visit them folks. And when I looked up flights to Bristol, I like shit my pants. It's expensive as fuck. I met Ryan because of Apollo. Met Apollo in PUBG. I want to say I was on the show before I did the PUBG series with them. Like I guest starred in the Team Unity PUBG stuff for a couple epis. But I want to say I was on the show first, and I wasn't really aware of it. And that was very shocking my first time on. I didn't realize how big the audience was for that. And I was terrified because the only other time I'd ever been exposed to a big audience, there were a lot of parts of it that were really rough. And I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, everyone's gonna fucking hate me. I'm just some new dickhead. But there were like a lot of people who really liked me. And the big thing was there were a lot of people who were like, oh fuck, I know HC Justin from X, Y, or Z. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, people remember me from other shit I've done. And like, yeah. Yeah, I went through all that earlier. Today's been a deep dive in my whole channel lore. And I think we've been through pretty much everything at this point. At least in terms of how did I meet who. For the most part. Yeah. Yeah, deep lore stream. Yeah, hell yeah, big. If I think about my like streaming family tree, Paws and Co are like very near my roots. No, I haven't talked to Good in a minute. I haven't talked to Good since his subathon was wrapping up, which is a couple months ago now. Well, Cobalt was playing PUBG and had to leave and invited Apollo, and Cobalt and Apollo were friends because of NLSS. So I would have never met Apollo if Cobalt didn't have to go AFK. Just a lot of coincidences. That's the thing. I feel like there isn't a single calculated friendship I have on this website. All of it is coincidence. I haven't streamed with Co in a minute. I'm trying to think what the last thing we would have done was. And it's probably Codenames during the subathon? I think we did a little Codenames. Was the last thing we did? Hey, Taffy, what's up? It's a little song I wrote. I met Taffy here, McLaffy Taffy, because of Brizzy. Brizzy was my bridge to Taffy and Noah. And I met Brizzy because me and Paws would constantly run into him in the culling. And I started watching Brizzy's stream because of it, and I would see Taffy in Brizzy's stream, and I think I just clicked over to Taffy. And I was already very familiar with Isaac because of friends who played Isaac, and myself also playing a bit of Isaac. But yeah, Brizzy was my patient zero with you. I'm almost certain, Taffy. Yeah, that's right. Brought me into a Fortnite trio. That makes sense. And I am very much if I am streaming with anybody, if they are a streamer, I'm going to go follow them on socials. I think you followed back and then I started watching it. I think that was it. Oh fuck. How is this happening? Stop this. Stop. No! What the fuck? Alright, this one I'm mad about. That shouldn't have happened for any reason. There was nothing that caused that. My guy just suddenly jumped on top. What the hell? Oh, come on. Oh, please. Oh my god. That's so nice. That's so cool. I can't even be that mad. Can't even be that mad. I think so, Big Don? I could be wrong, though. Alright. Oh, what else? But yeah, Brizzy was straight up. Me and Paws would play so much of the culling. Like, I was streaming it constantly, and then Paws and I would record it for like hours on the weekend. Before we did Gmod and stuff. Or after. It was either before or after Gmod. And yeah, Brizzy was like one of the people, if they were in my game, it was like Brizzy and Lyric. If Brizzy or Lyric was in my leaderboard, I was like, ah, fuck. Because they were fucking disgustingly good. I feel like I could hold my own with them, though. Brizzy definitely whipped my ass a bunch of times, but I definitely whipped his ass once. Oh, thank you, Last Delinquent. Taco and Boba. Fun little story with Taco and Boba. I don't know if Noah's still here, but Noah and his lovely wife Erin I feel like slightly tricked me. Wasn't a big trick, but one day Noah knew I was going through it. I'd gone through a breakup. My ex took the cat in the breakup, which made sense. I don't want to say took in that, like, that makes it sound like mean. It made sense. It was her cat, but I loved that cat. And it was the first time in my life I ever lived in a house completely alone. No pets, no people, nothing. And Noah was like, hey man, like I'm gonna go grab lunch with Aaron. You should join us. Like get you out of the house for a little bit. I was like, yeah, okay, I could do that. That sounds nice. He was like, cool, cool. I'm meeting her at work. She's, you know, volunteering with the cat shelter. So, you know, go in, say hi to a couple kittens. We'll go get food. I was like, okay, cool. And then I left with Taco and Boba. No food was had. We didn't go to get anywhere food. Nothing. Yeah, left with Taco and Boba. It was funny too, because in my head I was like, I'm not like super picky, but in my head I was like, oh, I want to get like a little orange cat. I want to make sure I get an orange cat. And whatever the other cat is, I don't care. I just want to make sure I get brothers. And when I got there, the only two bonded cats were Taco and Boba. There were like 2 or 3 other kittens, but none of them were bonded. But Taco and Boba were brothers. And I fell in love with them. They were so sweet. But they were the only duo cat pair left. All right, I am fucking locking in. Last night I fell asleep. So I fell asleep at 5:30 p.m. yesterday. Oh, I always had orange cats. I love what a mess they are. That's it. My whole life I had orange cats, and I remember when we were getting when my ex and I got her cat, old Mr. Mochi. Good sweet boy. I miss Mr. Moch. I hear he's doing well. But I remember being like a little disappointed in my heart that she was so set on a black cat, because I was like, oh, orange cats are so fun. They're so goofy. But it was my first black cat. And he had such a funny little personality. Yeah, he's so sweet. So last night, I fell asleep at like 5:30. Fell asleep at 5:30. And I woke up at midnight, but the cats were cuddled in bed with me, which was very cute. Boba sleeps like right next to my head, and Taco sleeps like a little further down. But once Taco realized I was awake, he climbed up and like cuddled with Boba, and it was very sweet. And then I laid in bed for like 2 hours with them. And then as soon as I got out of the bed, they went nuts because I had slept through their dinner. So. Alright, I'm locking it. I'm not going to keep glancing at chat, even though I just did it while I was saying that. There's a part of me that almost thinks going faster is easier. I slowed down around that bend back there, and it was really hard to control the ball while it's going slow. I had the same issue on the ice part. I think I just need to have a little more bravery and do it. Like, we're gonna use this corner as a practice. We're just bravely going. We're not going slow. We're not slowing down. We're not switching our run speed. We're just being brave and going. We're keeping the momentum. I need to do the same thing on this end part. It's just much thinner. I just fucking saw the Tom Clancy. I glanced and saw it. Immediately called out. I'm gonna control the piss ball. I'm doing it. Alright. We gotta just cruise. We're just gonna cruise across this. It's the literal last part. There's still 2 sections of pushing, but there's no more. This is the last obstacle. Final obstacle of the game. And it's hard here because it starts to slant to the right, so you start to lose it. So you have to compensate, but you can't let it roll off. You cannot let it roll off! Come on! God! That part is so easy with a non-heavy ball. Ugh. The whole time I was holding the mouse key. Like, it's left click, right click, the whole way. It skipped the throwing guy? It's not gonna get stuck though. It didn't matter. It had to get caught in one of those pockets to matter. Unfortunate. And it's gonna slide away from this, I think. Oh, or bounce right over it. Oh, brutal. Oh, brutal. It's going so fast. Yeah, fuck. That last part is so difficult. Because as soon as it gets too far away from you, it starts to slip. But as soon as you fall off into that lip, it slips even more. So like, it's just rounding that corner is a fucking nightmare. Fuck. Yeah, it's 6:30, huh? I think Target closes at 9, but it might be 10 or 11. It's 6:30. Ugh, I need it to get caught in a cup somewhere. I'm fucked. I need to hope it can hit one of these cups unimpeded. Okay, nope. Fucking bounced out. That stinks. Stinks and sucks. What are you getting from Target? I need to get Gorilla Glue. I need to get towels. And I wanted to get some bins for organizing shit. At the very least, I want... So, alright, so... TLDR, house cleaners are coming over on Wednesday. I want to make sure there's nothing out on the counters or surfaces or anything so they could actually clean. I've got a ton of clutter, but I've also got a bad back. So I can't be doing a ton of reaching and bending. And I can't be carrying anything too heavy. I was gonna get, you know, they have those like canvas tote bags that they're like little cubes, little packing cubes. I think I'm gonna get a bunch of cube totes because those are small enough that they won't be too hard to carry and they have handles. Nah, a grabber arm wouldn't really be helpful. Too much stuff to move and too heavy for a grabber arm. But yeah, I need to get a lot of stuff put away. Some of it temporarily, some of it I should just get, like I need to find a home for it. But yeah, I was just gonna get some organizing shit. Past that, need towels, need glue. Oh, I had a crazy headache. Crazy. I'm going to pause real quick and take some ibuprofen. So I do have some cube shelving units even that I could put the cubes in at a later date, but I think those would be perfect for carrying like small amounts of things. And I could like I'm pretty sure I can get away with a single one for all my spices. Like I gotta get my counters cleared off to get cleaned. Yeah. I called like 3 different places this morning, and one of them did have availability this week, so I was very psyched about that. I also have to get my windshield replaced on Wednesday morning. I got a busy fucking week. That's what I'm realizing. Classic Target. Oh no, really? It's like the I feel bad. I can't have normal conversations with people anymore because I'm like tainted by doing group shit on Twitch, where you're not trying to really talk over anyone, but you do have to talk fast. And sometimes you do have to just plow over what someone else is like finishing saying to get yours in quickly. I don't know. Streaming, I feel like streaming is broken how I interact with people. But I catch myself interrupting people sometimes, and I hate it. I do not like being someone who interrupts people. But I know I do it a fair amount. I'm so used to talking fast. And like, with as much info as I can. I don't know, I'm also overly enthusiastic. Four times in the past few years, that fucking sucks. Yeah. I do catch myself whenever I'm having a conversation with someone I'm like excited to be talking to. I will definitely accidentally interrupt, but I always catch it, but I always like I like fall into like an apology loop where I'll do it and I'll be like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. Oh shit. And I like stun lock the conversation where I could have just said nothing. Pull that out to the side. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Oh god. I gotta make dinner tonight too. Fuck, I gotta make dinner and go to Target, and my ass has been awake since midnight. I have to finish this. This is gonna be the attempt where I do finish it. Because I have to finish this. I feel like I'm doing a 24-hour stream, but without the streaming part of it. I mean, I am streaming now, but it's been like it's gonna be a 24-hour day. I don't like that. Thankfully, I do not have to be awake for any reason early tomorrow. That is true, but usually not conscious for the whole 24, right? I feel like streaming doesn't take much more out of me than just living. So the fact that I've been awake for like 19, 20 hours, I feel like I've been streaming for 19 or 20 hours. I feel like I'm doing a 24-hour stream. I've been really, like, mostly great about my sleep. It's just the falling asleep too early shit. I feel like I'm usually really good at waking up to an alarm. And yesterday, when I laid down at 5:30, I was like, all right, let me set an alarm for 6 and an alarm for 6:30. We'll just get a little nap in, get through the night. And then I woke up at 12:30 so confused. And I'm pretty good at, like, I feel like I don't, I never have moments where I like snooze an alarm and go back to bed without remembering it. But I very clearly turned both of those alarms off and just kept sleeping. Yeah, waking up at midnight is a little crazy. I could live with waking up at like 5. 5 a.m. is an acceptable wake up time for me. And I feel like I'm more productive when I get up that early too. There's like no option but to be productive. Gig ass butt. That's fair. That's fair. I wanted to get a nap last night. When I woke up at midnight, I was like, ah, shit, I'll fall back asleep by like 5 and then get up at like 8. But I didn't. I had just a random night. I watched a 45-minute documentary on the, I think it was the Challenger disaster with NASA, which led me to read about Boeing Starliner, which led down a rabbit hole reading about a bunch of the Boeing shit, which led down another rabbit hole. I was just like in rabbit hole mode last night, just watching random videos and reading random articles. And then I hit a point where I was like, I want to go sit in the hot tub. And I did that for about 2.5 hours. And then before I knew it, it was daytime, and I was like, well, time to make breakfast and go to the trainer. I made my 2 eggs and rice breakfast. Shit's delicious. It's my new breakfast of choice. I know my trainer would tell me to sub the rice for beans instead, but I feel like as long as it makes sense calorically, I'm gonna enjoy that shit.
Still rolling this rock uphill because he thinks he can sex with the wife of Zeus. As if, bud. Get real.
Damn. Well, thank you, Dave. Listen, I'm going to fuck Zeus's wife. Top of this hill. I haven't made it there yet because I'm nervous. This ball is so difficult compared to the other ball. On any section like this where stuff moves around, it's so much harder to keep control of this thing. My God, it keeps almost getting away from me. This was the one coin, which makes me dread the other ones. This was the next difficulty ball up. Or rock, rather.
What if you spend all of blood on roll rock? Can't blood the sex's use wife? Seems likely, blood is limited.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I hope it works out. Yeah, the gold one has to be horrendous. Well, I was saying even like earlier in this run, there were sections that were a lot harder because the timings are different now. And like, there's a couple of obstacles where you're like, I just wait and then I go. But with the ball being a little heavier, you wait and then you go and then it still gets you again a little bit at the end. Like, and that's only going to get worse with each heavier ball, I think. Certain obstacles will like always hit you. And you have to just hope for a good hit. Boba? I hear my cat talking to me from across the room. Hey, Bob. Ow. What the fuck? I turned my head to the right and it like hurt. Hi, Boba. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. I feel like he groans like Marge Simpson. That's like Boba's default noise, is Marge Simpson groaning. A little bit higher pitch, but he's just like like that all the time. It's just like an octave up. Taco just sounds like a little baby. He's got such a little tiny kitten meow. I think it's so funny. But Taco babbles. Taco like I feel like he has full-blown conversations with me. Where it's not really meowing and it's not really chittering. It's like in between. He just makes funny mouth sounds at me. And if I talk to him, he'll keep doing it. And I genuinely feel like we're talking back and forth. It's very cute. He's a super vocal cat, that Taco. I said your name. He just whipped his head around at me. He heard me chatting. This is suck. Okay. God, we really talked about a lot today, pushing the ball. Like an extreme amount. I went through like the bulk of my streaming history. My vector point for many of my friendships. We have simply had a lot of time. That's a good point. I think I've already been on this twice as long as I should be, if not even longer than that. I just keep falling at the very literal last jump. Nice, nice. I was there. I was lurking. I seen it. I lurk almost every stream I watch. I so rarely talk in a chat. The craziest mobile ad ever. For what? That's how I say it that way. What you doing, Boba? Boba's wilding out. All right, back to the final. Again, I don't really know what to do at the end. I really don't. I feel like every time I get to that last bend, I'm trying something a little different. The last one I tried to do what I used to always do, and it's just failing every time. Oh my god, it almost rolled into him. If it touches him, he just throws it. Oh my fucking god. That was so close. I don't think you could have slid a piece of paper between the rock and that guy. What the fuck? What's Boba doing? Boba going crazy. I don't think closing my eyes would do it. I think it would be so funny to tell people I'm playing this game blindfolded, and then it's 8 hours of me making 0 progress. I think that's actually, like, genuinely really funny. I should do that. I should genuinely do that. That is a good bit. This section's a little rough too, but ooh, I thought we were going in. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna look at chat again until the end of this. I am gonna just power through this section. Okay. Okay. The problem isn't even the fact that it makes the curve. You see how it like dips to the right? It curves and dips at the same time. And the curve and dip is so fucking hard to deal with. And as soon as this thing gets away from you on the dip, it's over. It's too heavy to correct it. Oh. Christ, you really gotta hold it and like adjust a lot to get that going. I had to do little baby corrections. I had to do a lot of little baby steps to get it around it. And then like super overcompensate. Oh, now we just have to push it up 2 sections with 0 obstacles. Where it can still randomly slip, but it probably won't. Drop it for funsies? That'd be so... If I didn't have to go to Target, I think I would. But I really gotta get my ass to Target. Blindfold this section? Oh, I would so fail. Because watch, I'm just holding W. But it will slowly get away from me and then very quickly, like, it gets away from you a little bit and then it starts to just like exponentially get worse. So I still have to pay attention. I can't get too comfy. I'm gonna take one of them big red balls out front of Target and push that shit home. I will not do gifties to drop it. I simply can't have a number for that. 1,000. 1,000 gift subs? I'll drop this fucking thing in a heartbeat. I feel like I can't say 100 because someone might be crazy enough to do it. I'd be crazy not to drop it for 100? I don't know. Rockwell, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub. That's a good point. But I'm like, man, that's like another hour. That's another hour of time. My eyes are on fire. And I still have to go to I still gotta run errands. I'll never make it. Although I guess if it really came push come to shove, I can go to Target tomorrow. I just don't like the idea of having to go get the stuff I need to get the house together when tomorrow is my only day to get the house together. But I guess I don't need the bins to start organizing. Real quick, just once, I can't do that. I'm messing with your croissant, you're in hell. Damn. I guess 100 subs is a lot of fucking subs, right? I shouldn't be sitting here turning my nose up to 100 subs. But I don't think anyone would want it. Like, I don't know. Send me $500 instead. Same amount of money. But number doesn't go up. And I think people love number go up. I do love $1,000. It's like easily my favorite. It's like my second favorite thing on earth is $1,000. What's the first? I'm not saying. I don't even know my favorite thing. It's $2,000. No, it's not. It's not jacking off. Jacking off can be fine, but like I kind of hate it sometimes. I resent jacking off. They should have made a better way. I don't love gooning. Jacking off is cool and good. It is. It gets like boring, in my opinion. I'm so bored of jacking off. I feel like when it's all you're doing, this shit gets boring. Yes. I used to be the CEO of jacking off, and now fucking Billie Eilish is the CEO of jacking off. No. I don't want any. I don't know. There's no cool toys for me. Try jacking on, now we're talking. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think it's just more fun when there's at least like another human being involved. Nice. Oh, Yankoff is such a funny fucking last name. That's so good. A tight end, let's go. Folks, I've read this dialogue so many times. Well, there we go. I'm dying, you need to see this? Hold on. That can't be real. Come on, man. That's so fucking funny. It does look like Mayor Pete. It looks like Oblivion Mayor Pete. That's so fucking funny. That's incredible. I should just make 100 subs my fee for anything. Whenever anyone's like, how many subs to do this? I should just say 100. It seems like the highest the high number can be. Hi, Boba. What's up, Mr. Cat? Huh? Even a money glitch, shit. God damn it. Oh man, I'm finally released and I can go to Target. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I might need at old Target. No, I don't want to take the stream. I would if I wasn't so sleepy. I would try. Nah, cats are good on wet food. Target. I think it's going to be a surgical Target trip. I know where the towels are. I know where the bins are. I don't know where the glue is, and I can't forget it. I need the glue to try to fix my toilet again. I think I'm just going to get some clamps and some glue and hope everything works. I was going to do like any kind of like waterproof Gorilla Glue. I know they got that stuff. I just have to glue a rubber ring to a plastic gasket. Yeah, my toilet's been fucked up for over a year. I bought a universal kit, and it's funny because the kit's like, fixes all toilets, asterisk, except for this one kind of weird toilet that no one has. It turns out my house has the weird toilet no one has, so the tank is, it's all a single piece. That took me almost 4 fucking hours, fuck me. I gotta screenshot them as I go.